Lads, we've reached the 20s.
Yes, we have.
We are in our 20s, so you're right.
Exactly. So the pod is catching up to us.
Wow.
It'll be at our age in 5 weeks from now.
No, 3 weeks from now for him.
Yeah, you're
For
young.
who?
For you.
3 weeks from now from you.
For who?
You.
You're
Me.
young.
Jove and I.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gio's like, for those that don't know, Gio's like 68,
Yeah.
give or take a decade.
Yeah. Give or
So,
take.
Yeah, give or take.
Yeah.
But yeah, as you guys can see, Gio's waves are starting to show.
Come on, man. It's more than showing.
Yo, he's
flooding, bro. It's flooding.
He's looking down, talking to like his keyboard, and he's showing his keyboard his waves.
Come on, man. I gotta let the viewers see. Comment wavy in the comments, please.
Summer is over.
Comment wavy.
Like
Comment surfs up.
Wait, like the
Surfs up, dude.
like the Lay's potato chips wavy.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah. And
We're
then,
gonna put the potato chips on his head.
Yeah.
we're looking like a potato.
We
I
can get
love
into
it.
that.
We're gonna put-
Comment surfs up.
Comment tsunami.
Yo, do that.
Tsunami Gio.
I'm not drowning in that hair.
Hey, is that
Yes,
a pause?
you are.
Is that a pause?
He's drowning.
Yeah.
He's right next to me. He's drowning.
No.
But yeah.
But yeah, no, Gio's got what I think I wouldn't call them waves. I would call them like whitewater rapids.
Okay.
I don't.
No, that's funny. Whitewater Rapids.
It looks like the Hudson River.
Yo, that's insane, bro.
That is a
What?
wild accusation, to be fair.
It looks
And,
more,
and it's the same color as the Hudson River.
bro,
That's kind of racist, no?
Well, his hair is poop brown.
bro. Looks like the Mediterranean
No,
Sea, boy.
his hair is
Yeah.
not poop brown. It's
He's-
black like mine.
Looks like the
Nah, I'd
Mediterranean.
say Gio's got brown hair, like
Yeah,
dark
he does?
brown.
It's like brown.
Yeah,
Yeah.
mine is jet black.
Yeah, mine used to be blonde. It's darkened over time. But
No, yours is still pretty light.
no, but it's still I would say it's brown now. It's like a dark blonde, but
Yeah.
I guess it is what it is. But yeah, summer is indeed almost over. We still got a month left before the season technically changes, but
Fall's around the corner.
yeah.
My favorite season.
Really?
Yeah.
Fall is amazing. Pumpkin
like-
spice is back.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
Although I am not happy about going to Starbucks. I went there the other day to get a venti for the pumpkin cream chai. That shit is like crack. It's amazing. But a venti
It's crap.
a venti chai tea latte with essentially like this much of pumpkin cream was $8.50.
Oh my god.
wow. Yeah.
and
nah.
I literally
That's why I don't go
stuttered.
to Starbucks.
Dang.
I said my regular chai is like $5.50. You're telling me $3?
Bro, you're still paying $5.50 for a regular chai. That's wild.
Yeah,
Wild.
my nose.
Yeah,
That is insane.
this is why I don't drink coffee, mainly just because of how expensive it is. Also, caffeine gives me the ridiculous jitters. So
Yeah.
typically when I do drink coffee, I'll just drink decaf, but I'm more of
I
a,
don't drink coffee.
I'm more of a hot chocolate guy
That's fine.
as far as a hot beverage goes, and obviously whenever I'm feeling sick or anything, a nice cup of tea
Yeah.
does wonders.
Chamomile.
Does it actually?
Chamomile.
Yeah,
I don't drink tea at all.
I love tea.
Should. That's
Should I?
that's surprising.
It's very
Really? Why is
soothing.
that surprising?
'Cause for the person you don't drink tea.
What is that? What is that supposed to
Gio-
mean?
You're very spiritual. Tea is very spiritual.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
but you remind me of like an herbal tea drinker.
Herbal tea.
Herbal tea, yeah.
Yeah. I don't get into tea. Maybe I should.
You
I
should.
guess.
You should try it. Start off with something like
How is tea spiritual?
It is. You've
thought it
never
was
heard
just
that?
tea.
I think it's got like its own vibe to it.
Okay.
Coffee seems too industrial.
Okay.
Like too many 9-to-5ers drink coffee, and they're so reliant on coffee that they have a screaming migraine the morning they don't drink their coffee.
Yeah, so that-
and it
yeah.
magically goes away as soon as they take one half sip of said coffee.
Yeah, that's our entire
That's funny.
working class.
Literally the entire just class in general, whether it's
Yeah.
upper class, middle class,
If
lower
there
class.
if there was no coffee, say like if coffee beans went extinct and like trees didn't produce anything,
I don't think
the whole- the
my
whole
parents wouldn't be
country-
getting out of bed.
Yeah, the whole country would be on lockdown.
Yeah. But no, I think start off with something like something tame, like black tea, English breakfast. Those are like the good, safe bets. I don't like black tea personally. I usually just go for like English breakfast or green tea's good as well. But
All right. Quick question.
Yeah.
Random question.
go for it.
Okay. Say we're preparing for a nationwide blackout.
Oh,
What is the first thing that you are going to buy?
nationwide.
It's a nationwide
blackout.
blackout. It's probably going to last, let's say, 6 months to a year.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
You have to buy water.
No.
No.
Because
I
you
wouldn't
could
buy
use
water.
You could use the power doesn't affect the plumbing, so you could.
Oh
Still,
yeah, it does.
Well, for my house, it doesn't.
No,
You could-
I'm talking about nationwide. So like when there's like a brownout in like a local area,
like that,
it's
yeah.
not going to affect the plumbing because the plumbing is going to have generators and
That's
all
what
these
I'm
other
saying,
things.
yeah.
But when there's a whole entire power surge,
Right,
and
yeah.
it power surges through the whole nation, it's
Right.
going to affect every single thing.
That's
'Cause
true.
everything's electronically,
Ran.
ran.
So,
So what are you going to buy?
let's not say water because that's too obvious of an answer.
No, it's not.
Well,
Water.
it's-
I wouldn't buy water. I would
Yeah,
buy like a water filtration
Yeah,
system.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But are you talking like a food item, or are you talking like
Anything.
anything? Oh, I don't want to give the COVID answer of toilet paper. But
Oh,
might have to be
no.
toilet
Or
paper.
besides TP. Besides TP.
TP. What would you buy actually? A nationwide.
I know what I would buy.
I know what I would buy.
What are you
A
buying?
generator.
But you have no.
But where are you going to
power.
get fuel?
Can I say a generator with gas?
Well, I would buy an unlimited, like, gas car. Those exist.
But the thing is,
It's tough, man.
cars are still have computers in them.
I know.
Even our gas cars.
Yeah.
So if there's an entire power surge, even those gas cars that have like computers, because every single one of our gas cars has computers.
Yeah.
So even that won't work.
Okay, I know my answer. I know
Go,
my answer.
go.
You said a nationwide blackout.
Nationwide
right?
blackout.
I don't have to buy any. The only thing I'm buying is a house in Canada, and I'm getting my ass out of here.
Good idea.
Yeah, because you didn't say the whole world.
Good idea, good
Nationwide
idea.
blackout.
He's
I'm-
smart.
I'm getting my ass up
He's
north.
smart.
And I'm chilling, bro.
Yeah.
Beat the crowds
Just
to
said
it.
America.
Yeah, or if everyone's going to go to Canada, so I'll drive up to Canada. I'll buy a plane ticket out of Toronto, and I'll get over. I'll cross the pond somewhere else. I'll go anywhere.
Word.
But what would you buy?
So if I knew ahead of time that this was coming,
Yeah.
I would buy an EMP circuit breaker protector.
All right, this dude definitely thought about this like 4 nights ago, and was like,
No, literally
yeah,
that.
bro
Literally
was
that.
probably in the shower, like shower thoughts. But he was in the shower. He's
Shower
like,
thoughts.
what would I want to do? And it's like, yeah, I think this. Let me ask the guys.
No,
No.
literally an EMP, bro. I'm telling you, if you have that on your circuit breaker, your house is gonna be fine. It's not gonna affect your house, your electricity, or anything. So that's
Very
what I would
fair.
buy.
That's fair.
Okay, black.
But then
market
but then everybody else in the area is gonna be like,
Did you hear
yo,
what
we
I
need-"
said? I said, okay, black market genius.
Black market jeans. You could buy.
You can buy that. You can buy it on Amazon.
Just buy a Pizza Hut black card, bro. You're chilling. It's also
You have a
it's
point.
another thing, yeah.
Pizza Hut?
So yeah,
Black card?
that's the only black card I know exists.
What the hell is that?
It's where you can just get free Pizza Hut at any point.
I've never seen
So every fast food place has one. I think so. There's like a Taco Bell black card, Burger King, Wendy's. It's one of the most powerful pieces of cardboard or paper that you could own. But yeah, let us know in the comments what you guys would buy if there was a nationwide blackout, and let us know whose idea you thought was the best.
I'd buy 10 people.
That sounds very
Wow.
degrading out of context.
What is this, human trap?
Oh, okay. All right. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to episode number 20 of the Floor Spacer podcast. Tyler Schwartz, canceled man, Giovanni Spiteri coming at you from the studio.
Can I clarify? I'd buy 10 clones of us.
Is that still acceptable?
I don't know if that's better.
Is that still? It's still frowned upon by
Maybe it is
society.
better. It's better.
Yeah,
but
it's slightly better.
We don't buy people anymore, all right?
anymore.
anymore. I mean, unfortunately, that was the past. But
Yeah, we don't buy
but
people
no,
anymore.
no,
all
do
right?
not buy people. Do not buy people. We respect people? But anyways, yeah, lads, we're back in the stew once again for our 20th episode. I think tomorrow we'll be back in here to record our 25th week of shorts, which is just insane. But lads, how are we today?
Spectacular.
Yeah.
I feel like this is the most energy we've had in a while.
No,
for
Yeah,
our
I think
episodes.
because we have a somewhat not long, detailed episode.
I wouldn't say
Besides
that.
one segment, the longest segment.
Yeah, I would say like we're starting recording at 7:30 rather than 9:30. So we're
Yeah.
not, I think we have a little bit more energy in the tank today.
Yeah, but we were supposed to start recording at 2:30.
You know,
Yeah.
it takes us 3 hours to get ready once
some
we're
reason.
here to record. So
It is what it is. Unfortunately, because me and Gio were playing pickleball yesterday, and I was like, yeah, if I have the moxie when I get home, I'll edit the short for tomorrow. And I I had no energy. So I woke up this morning. I'm like, yeah, I'll set it now. I'll knock this out by like 2 o'clock and we'll be chilling.
Yeah.
And it crashed once. Then about an hour later, it crashed again. Then 5 minutes later, it crashed again. And yeah, we're working on a free software right now. I'm using DaVinci Resolve. I think it just updated to 19. Gets the job done, but it does take a while. Each short takes around 2 to 4 hours, depending on how long it crashes. It actually, unironically, takes me a shorter time to edit a 3-hour podcast.
Yeah.
Or a 2.5-hour show,
Crazy.
but
Yeah.
it kind of is what it is. But
By the way, we did cook James and Fetty. Shout out them. Cooked them.
If anybody wants
pickleball.
to play us in pickleball, I didn't go play with them yesterday because I took a nice fat nap before I went out.
Fat crap.
Fat
he's a
nap.
fat,
Oh,
probably
Fat
took a fat
nap
crab, too.
for 4 hours. And then I played pickleball early in the week, but anyone wants to play pickleball with us that's around wherever we live, if you
Yeah.
can figure it out.
That's wild.
It's around
If you
where
can
we live.
figure out, we've said what state we're in, but we're not saying
Yes, we're not.
where we're
but
located.
Yeah,
We don't wanna play
I've
pickleball
never
with you.
seen the kid play pickleball, but I guarantee you he's probably generationally ass.
Me?
But yes.
No, I am a tank.
Bro, if your pickleball skills are like your golf skills, you're
No,
in big
they're not.
trouble.
'Cause we played it in high school for a whole semester, but we
Yeah.
didn't have the paddles we have now.
Right.
All I know is me and Tyler were cooking anyone
Yes.
that comes our
Bro,
way.
my
Doesn't matter.
when I first got to the park yesterday, me and James played a couple one-on-ones, bro. I was terrible. And all of a sudden, when you and me linked up, bro,
Telling
I
you.
was locked.
Something about this duo,
I was
man.
glocked.
We can't be stopped.
Where are the courts in?
Well, we'll tell you later. We'll tell you later.
They are in no
Yeah, no, I don't know where they are.
Yeah.
overpeck.
Don't say.
That's crazy. But yeah, no, I seem to thrive in a certain sport with someone else. Like for you, it's pickleball. For me and Antoine, it's soccer, tennis.
It is soccer
And then
tennis,
when
which
we-
is the same thing,
Yeah.
but just with feet.
I think I'm like Anthony Edwards. I can just cook up in any sport. You give me ping pong, I will cook up.
You're gonna cook in curling?
Yes.
Curling.
I've seen this kid swing a golf club though, and let's just say he is a little bit worse than Thanasis at golf. So
Okay.
yeah.
Yo,
Fair enough.
we're just waiting for the day we go to Topgolf where Gio gets a lead start on a nice like driver swing.
I've seen him swing.
But completely misses and topples over the front of the
Oh, God.
the bay onto the first.
He's very disrespectful today.
Really just praying on
That's
my downfall.
crazy.
No.
Bro went from buying people to just flaming Geo. That's nuts.
It's
We're
okay.
just waiting. It's
But,
Okay.
but yeah, no, we'll definitely go to Topgolf at some point.
Yeah.
But yeah, we have a nice action-packed episode for y'all today. Obviously, as you can tell by the title and thumbnail, we are going to be ranking all 30 coaches in the NBA right now. So that should be pretty cool. We'll each roll through our lists later on to the episode. We'll go in packs of 5. And yeah, I think we have different takes on different coaches, a lot of new coaches. So there's going to be a lot of projecting going on. So it'll be interesting to see how we rank them. As far as what else is on today's docket, we have another retirement to get to, which there's been a lot this offseason. I think that's very CBA related because a lot of these old role players just can't get contracts anymore. We're going to talk about Devin Booker because we didn't really get to last time as far as his role with Team USA and how that can impact the NBA going forward. And then we recorded a segment last episode before Shower Thoughts, which if you do want to check out last episode, link in the description. And yeah, we received an article on Twitter that we went over. It was the top 15 point guards in the NBA. I think, was it all time? I think it was all
Yes.
time. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll roll through that segment. So I'll segue it in when the time comes, and we'll come back. So it'll be a time traveling podcast, which we love. And then obviously we'll get into the head coaching rankings, and then it's my turn for shower thoughts. I have a really good question today. I'm not going to lie. So I think it's going to be really good. So anything
So
else?
it's gonna be a hot shower.
Okay. Anything else?
If it's a cold shower, we have crappy questions.
I mean, not all the time. Sometimes a cold shower feels good, like on a really hot day. So
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay.
Take cold showers every day.
I can't take a cold shower every day.
In the morning when you get up,
Yeah.
like, how long do you wait to get up to like fully wake up to go in the cold shower?
I just jump in right away.
You're killing yourself. Literally.
Wait, so you're saying you literally get out of bed and just jump from the
Yeah.
bed to the shower?
Yeah.
No, you're
That's crazy.
literally killing yourself.
You don't do that? You don't go right as soon as you wake up, you don't go right in the shower?
No, I
Yeah, you do. Yeah, I do.
I don't
I
wake up
shower
in the morning
morning and
very
night.
easily, so I don't have enough time. So
You do take showers in the afternoon.
afternoon and night.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but
I never understood afternoon shower.
Yeah.
I just have the time in the afternoon.
That's true. Word. I don't know.
I'm a lazy person. So
Well, I'll take an afternoon shower if I'm working out in the afternoon.
that's fair.
Yeah.
So that's fair.
So, but anything else from y'all before we jump right into today's episode?
Let's get straight to it.
Straight?
What?
That's crazy.
What?
But yeah, if you guys, you know what? I'll mention all the housekeeping stuff before the next segment. So let's just move on. If you guys are on YouTube, make sure to drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. We're closing in on 3K at some point soon. Hit the bell. That way you're notified every single time we upload. That way you do not miss out on any of our uploads. The algorithm's kind of weird. It doesn't particularly like us right now, but you know what? It's fine. You know, it's all part of the growth, all part of the journey. If you guys are on Spotify, make sure to drop us a follow on there. Give us a 5-star rating. Answer the poll. Answer any reviews or anything like that, all that good stuff. Follow us on our socials. Follow us on our personal socials. It would not be a Floor Spacer podcast episode without me telling you guys to get Gio to 1 million Twitter followers. Get him there ASAP. And yeah, I think we're ready to get into the first segment. So yeah, I'm sorry, guys. We keep lying the fact that this was the last retirement. No, there is one more, hopefully one more for a while. And that is Nets legends, right? 2 Nets legends in a row retiring. Nets legend Goran Dragic.
I don't remember anything he did for them.
He helped beat the Knicks. Anyways, Nets legend Goran Dragic has officially retired from the game of basketball after a long, long career. One of the better European players that we've seen come across the league.
Yes.
Never a guy that was typically the most flashy, was never a standout best player on the team.
He's kind of flashy.
He is kind of, like I say, he's kind of flashy. He has his moments, but he's not your typical,
Yeah.
for Europeans, yes. In the bubble, I feel like he really came alive before he got hurt.
He had a couple seasons where he was like very, very decent.
Absolutely. I think he really worked well with Jimmy Butler in specific and Bam Adebayo. I think it was a very respectable big three. I just think that team had kind of used up all its energy when the time came. And I think at that point, they needed to move on. Not really sure they upgraded him necessarily, but it kind of is what it is. But I think we mainly know Goran Dragic, most notably as far as recency goes, from those Heat days. But he did obviously spend some time in Phoenix.
Oh, yeah.
As a bunch of other teams.
Yep.
He kind of was thrown around the league, kind of like Jay Crowder.
Where was he at? Where was he at before
while.
Phoenix?
Before Phoenix, I'm actually going to pull up his reference page right now because I'm not going to lie, I totally forgot. So Goran Dragic.
He started off in Phoenix.
Oh,
So he was drafted by Phoenix.
what year? What year?
He was drafted in, he was second round pick by the Spurs in 2008.
Okay.
Yes.
He started off in
Of course
Phoenix.
the Spurs drafted
I'm
him.
guessing they probably flipped him or they didn't sign him.
I think he was traded.
How many years in
on
Phoenix?
draft night.
Well, he was in Phoenix. He went back and forth. He started off in 08 to 2011. Went to Houston for 2 years.
Yeah.
Then went back to Phoenix for 3.
Yeah.
And then Miami all the way through till Toronto, Brooklyn, Chicago, Milwaukee.
Okay.
His prime, I think, was his Houston years was the beginning, and then
Phoenix.
the Phoenix years. He got most improved in 2013 to 14.
Wow.
He had 20.3 points in that season.
Wow. I didn't realize he averaged 20 in the NBA.
Yeah,
He was that
did.
guy,
He
bro.
did. Miami wanted to make him their premier player when
He-
they signed him.
And he was an all-star with the Miami Heat.
Yeah.
So, and yeah, very respectable career for Goran
Legit.
Dragic.
Yeah.
One of those point guards that I think this generation will vividly remember. Not sure legacy-wise what he'll do. I don't necessarily think he'll get into the Hall of Fame, even though it would be cool to see him get inducted, but it just doesn't. He doesn't have the championships. I don't think
Does he have the EuroLeague championship?
I don't even know, to be honest. with you. I don't really think that matters. I think I think it's mainly U.S. based as far as college, NBA, stuff like that. So again, very, very good career for the man. But that's really not what we were going to talk about today, because I think his retirement was announced a while ago. I think before we even started recording the podcast. However, this summer, as far as yesterday at the time of recording, we're recording this on Sunday, so this game was on Saturday. Goran Dragic gathered a bunch of his European friends and a lot of EuroLeague players that he's come across throughout his time playing professional basketball, and they played one final game.
Really?
It was a charity basketball event. They called it the Night of the Dragon, very fitting, where they gave that man the send-off he deserved. So they did 2 separate teams of the 2 best Slovenians right now, I think, that we've seen, being Team Gogi for Goran Dragic and Team Luka for Luka Doncic. And And then I'll just roll through some notable names that were on each team. So on Dragic's team, we had Chris Bosh, who was actually medically cleared to play the first time since he was diagnosed with the blood clots in his lungs.
Wow.
So
How is he your EuroLeague star?
no, I said EuroLeague and NBA.
Okay.
So for both. So he was there. Anyone else on this team that we would know? Nikola Vucevic was also on the team.
Okay.
Sasha Pavlovich is a name that sounds very familiar to me. I'm not sure exactly where I remember him from, but he was there. Steve Nash was on that team. Also, Vlatko Chanchar, who's currently on the Denver Nuggets, and Vladimir Radmanovic, who played years ago in the NBA. So he was back. Team Luca's got more recognizable names. Got Josh Richardson, who I believe is he's somewhere.
He's in Miami.
Miami.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Luis Scola, who's actually the CEO of the Italian Basketball League right now.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Is he even Italian?
He's Argentinians
He's
Argentinians
They're very
and Italians are like
interchangeable,
this.
Yeah, you're right.
So
Messi's Italian.
sure.
No, he's not.
Positive.
We have Nets legend Bojan Nakbar was also playing in the game.
Oh, the guy that he gave us the
Yeah.
fucking guest a player for that we didn't
I don't
know
know
who the hell
who
it
the
was.
heck
It's all
that
right.
is.
We got Bogdan Bogdanovic.
Bogdan.
Yep. We had Nikola Jokic, who was also there. Dirk Nowitzki was also on the team.
Okay.
Robin Lopez.
Wow.
And the people's hero, the most likable player in NBA history, in my opinion,
Boban
Marjanovic. The legend
Why not?
himself.
Why not Brooke? Why just Robin?
Because he didn't play with Brooke.
He didn't play with Brooke.
He played with Robin. I'm not sure exactly where, because I'm pretty sure it was Milwaukee.
Bucks.
Yeah.
Bucks.
But yeah, I don't think he played. Oh yeah,
Brooke is there too.
But yeah.
Oh,
I'm not
wait.
Phoenix.
no.
No, Phoenix. Robin
Oh,
was
that's
in
right.
Phoenix.
Yeah,
True.
That's fair.
True. Yeah.
that's cool.
Robin was in Phoenix.
But yeah,
Wait, what country is Dragic from?
Slovenia.
Yeah.
And that's the same thing as Luca?
Yeah.
Okay.
So they teamed up on the Olympic team back in 2021.
Right.
So yeah, it was. I don't know if you guys saw any highlights or anything from the game, but it was a lot of fun. It was really cool. I know Jokic was kind of trolling Luka the entire night, was pouring water on him, was just kind of pushing him around, stuff like that. He did throw a lob off the backboard to himself and dunked it. Which
Who did that?
Jokic.
No way.
Yes way.
I have to see it to
Yo,
believe
I'm
it,
gonna
bro.
send it to you on Twitter right now.
Nope.
I'm sending it to you on Twitter right now. I am sending it right now, guys. We're gonna get authentic Geo reaction.
Yeah, show it to me, Gio, when you
On
get it.
Twitter. I'm just gonna send it to both your Twitters.
Okay.
Let's see.
I don't even know how to use this app.
Oh my God! Just go to your messages in the bottom right corner.
Send direct message. Where are y'all? So let's send it to Anthony. This is live tweeting essentially from.
Yo,
the
I have
show.
100 followers now.
Shut up.
Bro, I know you fell for that, right?
I fell for that.
Get Gio to 100 followers, man. Where is he? There he is. All right, so I sent it to both of you. You can take a look-see. But yes, Nikola Jokic was in his element last night. Wait, turn the volume off. Turn the volume off. I don't want to get copyrighted.
That's AI.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Yeah, bro.
Bro literally has
also-
a 3-inch vertical. Like,
I'm also not gonna lie. I'm all for Jokic growing out his beard. He
Yes.
looks way more menacing.
You know who should take that advice?
Hello?
Mr. Anthony Cavino.
hello. Anthony, what are you doing?
Guys, for those that don't know, when we hit 2,000 subscribers, Anthony promised to grow his beard out. And he's been shaving every fucking day since we hit 2,000 subscribers.
he looks more menacing.
Exactly.
Yes, think of
That's
how
what
more
you wanna
menacing
look
you
like.
would. Look how, like,
Don't you want to look like that?
don't I look more menacing like this than when I do without my beard?
I don't even know what you would look like without your beard.
Yeah.
Or at least like when I had the shorter beard, like the wedding.
He had
The wedding was clean,
no,
though.
It was clean, but this looks
He had a
menacing.
really short
Yeah.
beard like for a long time.
Yeah,
You got to grow it out, bro.
you got to, bro.
Something clean, though. It doesn't have to be messy. It doesn't
Yeah,
have to
no.
be James Harden.
No.
Something clean, okay?
What if he just like he pulls up one day looking like Duck Dynasty?
He
head
can
at,
do that.
like-
Oh, no. No, he really could grow that out in like a week, though.
we definitely could.
I could.
A Doug Dynasty?
No, but long beard, not Duck Dynasty.
Duck Dynasty is crazy. But I haven't thought about those guys in so long.
Yeah.
But yeah, that night was
Yeah.
a lot of fun.
But we do have the ice bath.
We do have the ice
video.
bath.
Is that coming out soon?
I'll post it on Twitter at some point.
Twitter?
It didn't come out the greatest, obviously, because we weren't working with the biggest bathroom or the biggest tub.
Yeah.
We didn't fill it up enough, but
Yeah.
you know what? It's fine. Everything's
Yeah.
okay.
It's still
Okay.
good reactions from
Yeah,
me.
let's just put it up there. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll definitely put it up there. But it was a lot of fun. And yeah, that was essentially that. But back to Goran Dragic. I guess we'll kind of take away from the game because I think that was kind of minute. Just what are your thoughts just on Goran Dragic's career, and do you think he deserves any sort of accolades as far as the Hall of Fame or jersey retirements or anything of that nature? I'll start with you, Antoine, while Gio's admiring his specific waves.
No, I'm lagging. So
Oh, crap.
He's lagging.
not anymore though. I'm
It's just
back.
during the pod. It's okay.
Oh, Goran is a great player. I loved watching him. When he went over to Miami, it was kind of like their like big signing before Jimmy. He was supposed to like lead their backcourt into like the future of I think post LeBron basketball.
Yeah.
But it had like a few good years and then it kind of dipped off. Goran was always someone that was fun to watch. He was always a pass first guy, also a really good scorer as well. But just a fun player. He never really gave anybody any issues. Fun to watch.
Yeah.
One time All-Star, got third team All-NBA in the most improved year he won that award.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
another player that we grew up with that was semi-decent for a good time out of time that we knew is now out of the league. And I was saying we have more retirements this year, which is a little weird compared to last year.
Yeah.
But wish Goran well. He's a really good guy. From what basketball players, I guess, on the court, I've never really heard anything bad about Goran. But there were some moments where he got heated and he was sticking up for his teammates. There were some videos I saw back in the like when he was on the Heat days.
I love Goran, bro, because he plays
Yeah.
with so much passion. You know.
Yeah.
I feel like that's something that the Euro players bring to the NBA. They bring a lot of passion to the game,
They do.
and I feel like they also bring like a different style of play as well.
Right.
And Goran definitely, you know,
They bring a
game that he has.
they bring a different aura.
Yeah, it's like something different about him, but it's like I respect it anytime a player comes to the NBA and they bring their style of play that they played within Europe, wherever, and they bring it to the NBA and then they excel at doing that. That's where I'm like, okay, I respect it.
You know why that helps because other guys don't know that style of play. So to them it's new. It's a
No,
learning
but it's
thing.
hard. It's
a difficult
usually how it
adjustment.
works. Usually how it works is you come to the league and you play the way the league plays. But if you come to the league and you bring your own style of play and how you play the game elsewhere and you still are successful with that, that's when it's impressive. So for example, the United States team in 2008 when they lost in 2004 in Athens,
Yeah.
it's because they're playing their style of basketball or the
Right.
U.S. style of basketball in a completely different league, the FIBA rules and everything.
Yeah.
So that's why they lost in 2004. So they made the adjustment in 2008. They're like, okay, we got to play how the Euro League plays, or else we're not going to be able to compete.
Exactly.
So they changed their entire style of play, and then they ended up winning. So I have a lot of respect for a guy who can come to the NBA and bring his style of play and almost dominate.
Right.
And Dragic did that for a few of those years.
I think for me, it almost kind of like I always talk about this where it's like I feel like it's more impressive when an elite role player can create like this longevity of their career sticking at the top than someone that's like all the way at the top, like the best player in the world, because they're supposed to be that good.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's more impressive for a role player like Dragic to have the career that he had, get an all-star appearance, get a most improved player, and just always be known as like his outlook is always positive when it comes to NBA fans. I don't really think many people slander the guy.
No.
So I think he was also one of the first people to call out the clown show that was the Brooklyn Nets front office in 2022 with the Big Three.
Yes.
Everything, he called it out completely, and everything blew up months after that.
Wow.
I remember
So
that.
it was just a mess when he came over. That was when I believe that's when we traded James Harden. He came like a month after that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I give the man a lot of credit for that because
Yeah.
yes, it hurt when he said that, and I was definitely a little irked when he did say that. But looking back on it now, it needed to be said, and I'll be the first to admit he was absolutely right. So it's kind of the heat of the moment thing, but I think he's not a guy that typically snaps like that. So when he's upset, you know something's wrong. So I totally understand. But look, as far as Dragic goes, I think it was a career to remember.
Oh, yeah.
I think he is going to go down as just another one of those guys, you know?
Yeah. Notable players have retired, but not notable legends.
Right. I would say out of the retirements we've covered this offseason, I would say he's easily the second most
I think Blake was
valuable.
Blake
Yeah, I would
is-
say
yeah.
it's Blake, then it's Dragic, then it's Gordon Hayward.
Agreed.
I think
Yes.
those are the clear top three
Yeah.
as far as that goes. But yeah, we wish Goran Dragic the best in
For sure.
retirement. And if we ever get big enough, we would love to have him on the show. We'd love to get an interview. If you're ever watching this, Goran,
Any NBA player.
any NBA player would be a dream. So, any final thoughts on the career of Goran Dragic before we move on?
No, sir.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on.
Let do it.
All right, we do want to apologize for the last segment. Our stupid mixer or our internet connected to the mixer started fucking up again. We just got like this glitchy, like almost like it just jumps the audio and it just sounds like we're in the Matrix, and we don't know why it happens. We're trying everything we can to fix it. At some point, we'll probably get upgrades on our equipment. We're just, we're working on it. But yeah, apologies if the last segment sounds like crap, but it is what it is. Hopefully it's fine moving forward. But lads, we move into the next segment, the next story. This is something that was kind of, it's been mentioned a lot over the past few weeks, especially since the Olympics ended, because everyone was really thrilled with the way Devin Booker specifically played on Team USA. And he took the back seat, and he said this a year ago when, asked if there's only one ball, a lot of good scorers.
Kuzma said this.
Yes. Who's going to be the guy to take the back seat? And Devin Booker said, and I quote, "I'll do it." And what did he do? He went and did it. So Devin Booker and specifically took the back seat, took the sacrifice, and he was the unsung hero by far for that Team USA and their gold medal run. Mm-hmm. And it kind of just got me thinking just about the NBA in specific. Like, can the NBA, can this rub off on the NBA from what Devin Booker did, especially with a lot of these stacked teams and trying to make sacrifices and stuff like that? But we'll get into that in a little bit. We'll start with Booker just in specific right now. What are your thoughts in him taking the back seat? And do you think there should have been another player to take the back seat? And if so, who? So we'll start with Gio on this. I'll let you cook up for a few minutes.
Yeah. To be honest, when Booker said, "I'll do it," I didn't really expect this. I didn't really expect to see him actually do it.
Yeah.
But he did it, and congrats to him. And the reason I didn't expect it, though, is mainly because of the way he played with Kevin Durant and Bradley Beal on Phoenix.
Right.
He didn't want to take any back seat, it seemed, right?
Right.
And I guess that has something to do with KD coming over there and being like, "This is your team, Booker, do your thing." Maybe it's something to do with that, but I still feel like KD is the better player. So if you want to win or have the best chance to win, you should take the back seat to the better player. And so I didn't think Devin Booker had that in his DNA because he's been a Kobe fan his entire life. He models his game after Kobe.
Yep.
So it's like there's no way Booker's going to do it. He does it. My respect grows for Booker, and here we are.
I respect that. That is very insightful from you. Not something I expected you to say. What do you think, Esmond?
I think it's the same thing. I mean, he's not the leading scorer on Team USA. He is for the Suns behind KD.
Right.
So of course in the Suns world in NBA, he's gonna want the ball in his hands. Team USA, not so much. We have LeBron, KD, Steph, and I guess count other guys that started as well. Forgetting names. Ant's not taking back seat. We all know that. He wants the showtime.
Yeah.
Booker is on the quieter side of the spectrum with how it comes vocalizing in basketball terms, I feel like. He's vocal, but I think Team USA, he's probably not going to be the vocal voice of a lot of people. So that's why him taking the back seat was probably the best thing for him to do to not... He did show up, of course, but in a really more mellow way for Team USA, which is what he needed to do, I feel like. I think the Suns are in a state right now where he needs to step up a little more, but which I feel like he will, of course. But I think for Team USA, his role was not as prevalent as it is on the Suns right now currently.
Right.
I don't know if anyone else should have taken the back seat besides him. I think Tatum should have been played more, but not backseat person because he's a star.
I don't think he had any control in that. I think that's a Steve Kerr thing.
Yeah, I think Tatum.
Washed.
If Jaylen Brown was on a team, that's the perfect
I agree.
backseat guy.
Yeah, it's fair, but he's not really he's not a clear-cut first option on a team. Like Devin Booker was the clear-cut first option before Kevin Durant got there.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what it was. And I do agree with both of you in the sense of not expecting him to take the back seat. I think
Yeah.
he kind of learned the hard way, to be honest with you, because I think we all know elimination game Devin Booker leaves a lot to be desired.
Yeah.
Like he scored like in the past 3 elimination games, he hasn't scored more than like 15 points. So, or last year he actually showed up, but in 23 and 22, in the finals, it just wasn't good. So, I think this was kind of a humbling experience
I
for
was
him.
literally going to say those exact words. And I think he needs it.
Oh, absolutely. I think every sort of star that's not like all the way at the top needs it.
Humbling in what way?
Humbling
Well,
in the sense that
On the team he's playing for right now, that is literally filled out with probably reserves besides the starting 4 and 5.
yeah, but I would say in the NBA and in it's obviously a different play style, and obviously you're not on the level of like LeBron or Steph or KD. So it's humbling in that sense, but I think it's just not as easy, being the guy. And sometimes it you can see that being that elite role player and just playing your role, sticking to your role is that more valuable. And I think he realized that.
So maybe it was like a shift of perspective.
Yes, a shift of perspective.
Yeah.
That shift of perspective can be humbling.
Yeah.
It could definitely change your outlook on the NBA going forward. And maybe
Yeah.
if he's struggling in a playoff series and KD and Beal are cooking, this gives Booker the experience now to take the back seat
I love that
and not
take.
shoot them out of the game.
I love that take.
So
Yeah.
That's good.
that's kind of what I see in this. As far as who else could have taken a back seat, I really don't know. I think Booker was kind of the one destined to do so.
So it had to be one player that takes a back seat?
No, but I was just saying if
Be multiple.
I think
'Cause
another player could.
KD took a back seat coming off the bench,
He was
right?
hurt. He was hurt. I couldn't.
think
really,
But he still showed up.
he wouldn't have. He would have been starting.
He would have been starting if
Yeah,
he was? Okay.
absolutely. He started the championship game.
Okay.
So I think when Anthony Edwards is struggling, he does take the back seat. We saw him in both playoff series last year against the Nuggets and the Mavs. When he wasn't locked and when he didn't have it, he was just playmaking. He was just feeding guys and just kind of trying to hold his own on defense. So I think Anthony Edwards could be that type to take the back seat if necessary, like when need be. But I don't think he would voluntarily do it going into a game.
I think it's usually the players that would rather win than rather put on a show.
Right.
They tend to be the guys that'll take the back seat because they're like, I'm not playing well right now, so I still want to win, so I'll pass the ball. So I feel like that's, Devin Booker showed me a lot. He showed me he wants to win, and he showed me it's not all about himself.
Right.
So I'm proud of that. I'm happy I got to see that. Same thing with AE. I think he's that type of guy. So
Yeah.
that's good. I think he learned a lot, Devin Booker.
Absolutely. Now, my follow-up question to this. In the NBA playoffs coming up this next season, let's make a huge projection. Who's going to be the perennial all-star to take the back seat on their team this year? And you can't say Devin Booker.
For the All-Star game?
No, for the playoffs, I said.
Oh,
Which perennial all-star, which like one of the best players, which player will be the one to take a back seat this year?
none of them.
I have a kind of interesting one.
Okay.
Jamal Murray.
He's not a perennial
He's
All-Star.
not a perennial all-star.
He's not even an all-star.
I'm talking about someone that's made an all-star game, someone that's a 1 or 2 option on their team. More so a 1 option, but like if it's a super team, obviously.
I'm gonna go off of just because. Ooh. Jimmy Butler.
Ooh, say it a little bit louder for the people.
Jimmy Butler, because of what the situation's going on with his contract right now.
That would make him want to get the ball more in his hands because he's in a contract here, and he needs to start taking the regular season seriously.
Yeah, but that's if Miami does make the playoffs, and
Right.
they were on the cusp. But okay, I'm gonna say. Ooh. Okay.
Russell Westbrook.
Damian Lillard.
Ooh,
Okay.
I think you know what? That's a great take because when Dame and Giannis are on the floor together, it does not work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
unless they make it work,
Unless like stagger the minutes where Dame can run the second unit.
or Chris Middleton.
Well, he's already taken back seats.
Oh, yeah.
He's also
He has double back seat.
he's also a little bit old, a little bit washed.
I don't want to say Jaylen Brown.
No.
If anything, Jalen's taking that front seat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like he
absolutely.
doesn't care anymore.
I'm trying to think who else could potentially take the back seat. Low key, if he wants to stay healthy, Joel Embiid. Doesn't have
Cat?
to do as much.
Cat or Gobert?
Cat's already taken the back seat.
Cat or
Yeah.
Gobert.
Both of them already took
Both
that
of them
back
already
seat,
did
yeah.
because they know it's Ant's team. I
Yeah.
think if Embiid doesn't put as much weight on his shoulders, then I think he could potentially not get hurt.
What about Randall?
Julius Randle.
Does he
My
take the
God.
back seat this season?
Julius
He's not
Randle.
a perennial all-star.
He's made the
He's
All-Star
an
team
all-star
multiple times.
and he was the first option for that team for the last
and
3 years.
The last
2
time
years.
He can't take backseat.
The last time I recall, in the past 2 out of the last 3 times the Knicks have been eliminated from the playoffs, Julius Randle shot them out of that series
Yeah,
but-
single-handedly.
because he didn't take the back seat.
But he can take backseat.
Why?
Why?
We need him.
But,
Bro,
yeah,
you have a bunch of guys now.
yeah, if you
I understand that, but we need him.
yeah, but needing him doesn't mean
We needed him to beat the Pacers this year.
right. But what I'm saying is that needing him and him taking the back seat that could still happen.
Right.
You don't need him to be. You don't need him to. You don't need him to take shots away from Brunson.
If he's playing shit, then yes.
Right, but I'm talking
So-
about voluntarily, like voluntarily taking the back seat. If Randall's taking, let's say Randall's taking 26 shots in a game, that can't happen. Like, unless he's got on a super heater, like you need Jalen Brunson to be taking the most shots in the game.
Do you agree with that?
Yeah.
So then he would be taking a back
It's going to be Jalen and McHale.
So then he would
Mikal
be
Bridges
taking the back
won't.
seat.
Mikal Bridges is not going to have this offensive role.
Excuse me.
He's
Stop
not.
it.
Mikal,
Yes, he is.
Mikal Bridges
not.
is going to be in that 3-and-D role that he was in Phoenix. This is where he
not.
belongs.
He's going to be offensively much more efficient.
If you expect Mikal Bridges to be this offensive prowess guy, he's going to be.
Who
struggling.
else is going to be offensive besides Jalen Brunson?
It's going to be Brunson and it's going to be Randall. That's
They're
going to
gonna-
be your
I
1-2
think
punch.
I think
They're gonna have
McHale's
the
going
same
to be
play style.
offensively too.
Listen, I'll tell you what they're gonna do.
OG's going to throw on
Listen,
offensively too.
Anthony. Listen, they're gonna have the same exact play style as they did his last year, except now there's better players. Mikhail's gonna fit into that role because
Right.
he's a better player than some of those other guys.
But
Same thing
you're
with
going to have.
OG,
They're
but
both
it's gonna
going
be
to
the same
score.
thing.
But they're both
Yeah,
going to
they're
score.
gonna score,
Both
but it's not
score,
gonna be
but
nothing crazy.
Mikal-
Like
the sh-
15.
The shot diet of Mikal Bridges on the Knicks is going to be way different than the
Yes,
Nets. It's going to be more
absolutely.
similar to Phoenix, maybe a little bit more.
Yeah.
Because he's obviously now a better player than he was in Phoenix.
Right.
And I think you'll see the offensive. I'm really curious to see on the defensive end what he does, and that will really determine his offensive capabilities. Because if he's a cone again this season, then yeah, you need to get him the ball. But if he's stepped it up on defense again, then yeah, I don't think he's going to be taking as many shots as he would in his Brooklyn days.
Yeah.
So I don't really. He's also not a player to take a back seat like that. He naturally
No.
does as a role player, but I think Randall and Embiid are 2 good choices as far as taking the back seat. Let's try and think of one on the Western Conference. Let's try and get a West guy in before we move on. I'm just trying to think who it could realistically be. And low key, I have an answer, but I don't know
Shoot it.
if it's. I don't know if it's a warranted answer.
What
Throw it
team
out
are you
there.
thinking of?
I'm thinking of the Lakers.
You talking about AD?
No,
D'Angelo Russell?
I'm talking about LeBron.
LeBron.
I'm concerned about LeBron's durability.
He should have been taking a back seat.
I'm concerned, but that's the problem because the Lakers have been constructed so badly that LeBron kind of has to do everything.
He can't take backseat.
That's the problem. That's why I said low key. If the Lakers had a better team around him, then yes,
If they brought in Trae Young, then he can take backseat.
right, or just any.
Well, AD is supposed to be the guy, right?
Well,
No.
Bron said a
really.
couple
It's LeBron's team.
Bron said a couple seasons ago he is taking a backseat to AD. He said that already.
Right, but it's the GM, so
You can't do that.
it's hard. But as far as like, I'm just trying to think who else could take a back seat.
Wait, LeBron is taking a backseat. You know why? Because his son is named LeBron. So he is taking a backseat.
I mean, he's not. You can't argue with that logic. But yeah, it's tough. The West. I feel like the West.
I don't
is
think
more,
anybody can take backseat in the West.
I know exactly who will take a back seat, and I think it's going to be Brandon Ingram.
Okay.
Well, I listen. I was telling you, he needed to get traded.
Well, yeah, they do need to trade him. I also think I think DeMar DeRozan could also take a back seat as well.
for sure.
Yes.
It's about making that sacrifice, but I think with Brandon Ingram specifically, it's kind of like the Embiid. It's the Embiid paradox where if Bro just doesn't try to do as much, maybe he won't get hurt. So I think that's kind of what it is. Because like I think Zion needs to do more. It's just Zion was not in shape until now. This is the best Zion's looked since his Duke days. So
I can't wait to talk about
I'm
the
excited.
projections for the season.
Oh, I cannot
Yeah.
wait for that.
Can't wait.
And
But
now-
the
and
thing
now-
with the Zion doing too much, though, he's going to get hurt.
no,
No,
but
no.
remember
He's in good
Zion's
shape.
in shape now.
He's in
The
good
thing
shape.
I
with
understand that.
Ingram's been in shape, like good enough for what it is, but Ingram just does too much. Now that you have DeJounte Murray there, he's going to alleviate so much pressure off of both him and Zion, and I think that also alleviates the pressure off of McCollum, who will also take a back seat as well. So I think that's the ultimate answer is CJ McCollum. because he doesn't have to run the offense anymore
Yeah.
and look like shit.
That's a good-
He's
good
going to be
take.
back in his natural position like he was playing with Dame.
It's a good take.
Except he's got DeJounte there. So,
So CJ's taking the back seat.
absolutely.
I agree with that.
So,
Okay.
I think that was a pretty good segment. I think that was a good dialogue between us. Not as much numbers talk, just natural gut instincts. So, any final thoughts from you lads before we move on?
Let's move.
Let's go to coaches.
Well, no. This is a time traveling
Oh,
podcast.
yes.
So we recorded this last week. HoopsHype did an article for the top 15 point guards, and you're going to see us do that in different clothes and a different week. And
Yes.
yeah, we hope you enjoy it, and we'll see you on the other side. Look, we were supposed to get into shower thoughts, but I just saw something a few minutes ago that we're going to talk about for like 5 minutes. The NBA Central just posted on Twitter, HoopsHype, if you guys know what HoopsHype is. They released their top 15 point guards of all time. Now, I know that Gio is a massive Westbrook sexual, so you can only imagine where he's on it. Now, I'll ask you first, Gio, before we reveal these rankings. Where do you think Russell Westbrook places all time, and who do you have between Magic Johnson and Steph Curry?
Between them,
Yeah, who's higher between Magic Johnson and Steph Curry, and then where do you think Russ
how
falls?
is this list like? How recent is this list?
It's all time. This literally just happened. Like,
Oh, so they just put it out.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna say they're gonna have, even though I don't agree, I think they moved Steph to number 1.
I'm saying, where do you have them?
I have Magic at number 1.
Okay,
and I have
where do
Steph
you have
at number 2.
Where do you have Russ on your all-time list?
Russ,
All-time point guard.
I would say Oscar is number 3, and so that being said, I'm gonna have to put Russ. I say Russ is top 5.
Okay.
Russ is a top 5
Russ,
point
top
guard all
5.
time, but I know this list is not going to do that because they're really just such haters, and that's
Okay.
So
Well, I can confirm Russell Westbrook did make this list.
well, he better top 15. Like, oh my god,
Yeah. I personally would have Russ around like maybe 6, 7 as far as point guards goes.
Okay,
Where would you have him, like Russ all time? I also have Magic above Steph personally. I think there's still a gap as far as just players in general goes between Magic and Steph. Where would you have him, Antoine? Top whatever. Could be anything.
I think a little below 5.
Okay.
6.
So kind of around the
Yeah.
same as me. So
It's fair.
do you want me to go just all 15 at once? You want me to go 5, 5, and 5?
Let's start with top 5.
You want me to
Or
do
do you-
No,
We got to reveal from
15,
the bottom
15,
up.
15.
Bottom up.
Okay,
15 to
bottom up.
10, and then 10 to 6, and then
Yeah.
5 to 1. Okay.
Yeah.
Or 15 to 11. So
do it.
at number 15 is Nate Tiny Archibald.
Oh wow. Okay.
Number
I don't know how good he was, but he's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
That's true, yeah.
Solid point guard.
At number 14 is going to be Walt Frazier.
Wow.
So Antoine's probably happy about that one.
Walt Frazier.
I don't know who's
don't-
better. Let's see.
At number 13,
No, he's a Nick, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I was going to say,
Aware.
yeah. At number 13 is Dame Dalla.
Wow, Dame. Fair
Yeah.
enough.
That's
He's
kind of,
above-
that's really low.
There's no way he should be above Walt Frazier though.
No, but that's really low.
Frazier
for
has
Dame.
2 championships, and he
Right.
was the best player on those teams.
Right.
So there's no way Dame should be above, but it's okay.
Okay. Antoine, what I want you to do right now, have your headphones like this. Just trust me. Have your headphones like this. Both of them. Just hold them out.
Hold on.
Yeah. Put the pencil down.
Bro, there's no way they have Russ right here, bro.
Put the things there. Viewers
I
at
hate
home,
this,
please, headphone warning. At number 12 is Russell Westbrook.
I'm in pure disgust.
Wow.
Pure and utter disgust right now.
Who's better?
There's no way there's
here's
12 players, point guards better.
I think the argument for Russ being that low is that he wasn't, I think outside of his prime has been very lacking. And that's not me personally. I think he should go higher, but you got to think a lot of these guys were kind of in their
disgusted.
primes for longer.
That's
So,
false. Russ's prime, I'll tell you right now. Russ's prime started in 2000, I want to say 2010.
Right.
When he started averaging above 20 points.
Right. But you don't think the fall off afterwards should dock him lower?
His prime was about like 12 years. But his peak was
yeah.
probably like 4 or 5 years.
That's what I'm talking about. But afterwards, I'm talking about like 2020 up till now.
No, 2020.
I'm
In
talking about
2022, that's when he fell off.
yeah. I'm talking
big
about
time.
I'm talking about the past few years. That has to dock him a little bit, in my opinion,
Why?
because I value longevity and consistency. If you're not
So
consistent,
let me ask you, if Russell Westbrook retired after the season with, let's say, the Wizards or the Rockets,
Yeah.
is he higher on the list?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I think there's when you keep playing, like when we talked about it earlier, like Joe Harris decided to retire now rather than continuing to play at this low level that's not what he's at his best. So I think if Russ is taking a different role. So I give him credit for that. But that's why I can't put Russ in like my top 3 or 4 point guards of all time. That's why he fell back to like 6 for me.
That doesn't make any sense. So you can't. So you're not allowed to play a different role when you're out of your prime.
I'm not saying you're
no
allowed
longer jump and run. And,
I'm not saying you're allowed to
shoot as well as you could have before.
I'm not saying you're allowed to play a different role, but I'm just saying that's.
So you're saying playing a different role that you didn't play in your prime that docks you?
No, I'm just saying that's the argument for lowering him.
That's a terrible argument. Not you. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to those people out there that think that.
Okay.
But
well, it also,
sick.
it also doesn't help that he doesn't have a ring. That's probably also why.
Well, yeah, but most of the players ahead of him don't have a ring either.
Well, yeah, we're about to find out.
Yeah.
So, and closing out the bottom 5 of the top 15, number 11 is Gary Payton.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Give me a break, bro.
Okay.
Give me a break.
All right.
I personally think Dame and Russ should both be higher.
I agree.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Gary Payton?
Yeah.
I agree.
Okay, let's go.
Gary
What's
Payton
next?
Sr. All right. 10 through 6. At number 10, got Nets legend Jason Kidd.
No.
At number 9 is Bob Cousy.
No.
Yes.
Bob Cousy?
Bob is great. Stop.
At number 8 is Steve Nash.
No.
At number 7 is John Stockton.
Okay.
Yeah.
John
Stockton, I
should
understand.
be above. Yeah.
Yes.
And at number 6 is CP0.
CP3. Chris Paul?
Christopher Emmanuel Paul.
How is Chris Paul not better than Russ in his prime?
Oh my God, bro.
Did you not watch him on the Clippers?
Did you not watch Russ on the Thunder?
I did, but Chris
Did
Paul
you not
on
see
the
Russ cook?
Clippers?
Did you not see Russ cook Chris Paul every single time they matched up against each other? I'm not sure if these people watched the NBA. Did they watch basketball in the 2010s?
If I'm being honest, I think Chris and Russ should be near each other, not
Holy
that far
crap.
away.
There's no way Chris Paul is better. He's not even on his level. He's not even close. Chris Paul hasn't won a championship.
We're talking prime.
Bro, Chris Paul's prime was not that good. Russ's peak is far better than Chris Paul's peak. Anyone, talk to me right now if you think Chris Paul's peak was better than Russell Westbrook's peak.
To me,
because that is insane.
To me, there's only 2 things that Chris Paul does significantly better than Russell Westbrook, and that's passing and shooting. Aside from that, Russ clears in every single
Do you want
category.
to
I wouldn't even say passing. Shooting, sure, you can give Chris Paul
he's
shooting, but
definitely
he's
a
not
better
even a
shooter.
great shooter himself.
Do you want to?
He's a good shooter, but he's not even a great shooter. So that's not something that completely separates Chris Paul.
You want to
Passing, on the other hand, they both are semi-equal. Chris Paul, I'll give him the edge.
Yeah.
He's more of a floor general type, right?
Hey.
Yeah.
But passing, they're both right here.
Well, yeah, they're both. Russell's a triple.
You want to compare resumes?
No,
Resume's not really going to do much because Chris Paul sucks in the playoffs.
Well, 12-time
Chris Paul's
All-Star.
ass. Period.
Chris Paul is 12-time All-Star. Russ is 9. Chris Paul is 5-time assist and 6-time steal champion and 11-time All-NBA. 9-time All-Defensive.
That's BS.
That is crazy.
Chris Paul's 9-time all defense.
9-time is
All right,
nuts.
We're done here.
Russ is 9-time All-NBA. He has an MVP. Chris Paul doesn't.
Exactly.
Right. He also
Chris Paul has an
that's my
All-Star
point, his
MVP.
peak.
He's also the all-time leader in triple doubles.
Yeah.
For now.
Yes.
For now, he'll be 2 in like a year.
Come on, bro.
Yes.
That's crazy. But
Unbelievable. Okay, what
I
else?
think we can.
He's
we-
number 6.
Yeah,
That's insanity.
I think we can agree at least 3 of the. I think 3 or 4 of the top 5 we can agree is above Russ.
Yes.
So
I
number,
say Russ is better than Stockton. Actually, I take that back.
Okay.
Keep going.
Russ is not.
at number 5 is Isaiah Thomas, not the small one. The
right,
Yes,
the
father.
legend.
yeah.
Thomas has 2 finals, and he has Finals MVP. I'll let that slide.
I think that Isaiah Thomas is so underrated as
So
far as
underrated.
all time
Yeah.
goes.
Yes.
He's so slept on. At number 4, the now late great Jerry West,
No.
the logo.
I'm sorry.
Yes. That's
I don't think Jerry
He's
West
the
is better.
he's the only one in the top 5 that I would put below Russ,
I agree.
as far as that goes.
No way, Jerry. It's just because he's the logo.
Right.
It shouldn't be that
the
high.
top three to me are significantly better than Russell Westbrook.
Go for it.
Number 3 is Oscar Robertson.
I wouldn't say significantly. I would say he's.
I think there's
would
a
say
gap.
He's better.
I think there's a gap, but he's
What
definitely
kind-
better.
And why is the gap? Why is there a gap?
I can't think right now.
Exactly. Bro literally has triple doubles. That was what he was known for. Russ
Yeah.
passed him. The only thing that separates them is a championship.
Yeah,
That's it. But he played with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Of course, you're gonna win a chip.
that's true. Russ also played with Kevin Durant. So
Kareem, hello, it's top 3 all time. KD's maybe top 15.
I'm just trolling you, bro.
Okay,
At number 2 is Steph Curry.
fair.
And at number 1, where he belongs, Irvin Magic Johnson.
Yeah, those 2 guys, I'm completely fine putting.
That,
us.
to me, is a significant gap between Russell Westbrook and them.
Absolutely.
I think they're both comfortably ahead. I know you thought Russ was better than Steph for a while.
Yeah,
But not
back in
anymore.
like 2016, 17, yes.
Yeah. I still think there's a gap between Steph and Magic.
I wouldn't say there's a gap.
I think there's a gap.
I think it's
Because
neck
on
and
like
neck.
my all-time list, I have at least like 6 players in between the two.
Okay.
So that's kind of my own opinion. But obviously, as far as point guards go, it's only them 2 up top.
I just think it's utter insanity that Gary Payton, Jason Kidd, Steve Nash, Chris Paul, who else? Even John Stockton, bro.
They had Gary Payton, Jason Kidd. Yeah.
That's utter insanity and just hatred.
Yeah.
Haters. Okay.
Is what it
Can
is.
we move on before
Yeah.
I get pissed?
On to shower thoughts. If you guys, last week we talked about the face of the NBA. If you guys want to check that out, link to last episodes in the description. This week it is Gio's turn. So Gio, what do you got for us this week?
Was I peaking in the last?
No.
I was probably peaking.
When you were raging, yes, but when
I
you're
didn't rage.
talking,
Did
you're
I
fine.
rage?
You were raging, yeah.
Is that considered? Okay.
You nerves were struck by a random article.
And I was prepared too. I was prepared for like,
Yeah.
Russ being not ranked well.
Yeah.
But I still outraged.
All right, we are back in the present day. We hope you enjoyed that last segment. Gio definitely did not. Yeah, they disrespected.
Oh, yeah,
the
yeah,
point of
yeah,
Russ.
yeah, the point,
I was
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
say.
Russ was not really high.
Oh my gosh.
Does anything else you want to say about it before we get
No,
into the coaching?
I said enough.
Okay. Well, lads, we're at the meat and potatoes of the episode. We're going to be ranking all 30 current head coaches in the NBA. So we're going to go in blocks of 5. We're going to take it in turns, and we'll reveal all the way up till number 1. We'll reveal them in reverse order. Obviously, we'll go 30 to 26 and so on and so forth. We're basing these rankings off of a combination of a few things. Obviously, I think all-time resume has a slight bias with certain coaches. It's mainly focused on the now, what we saw last season and what we're going to see this season. A lot of projecting, especially for first-year coaches, second-year coaches, coach of the year, stuff like that. So, yeah, we're just going to kind of dive straight in. This is going to be a very layered list. There's going to be a lot of disagreements because we each have different perceptions of different coaches. So we'll go in the same order. Antoine, me, Gio. Antoine will reveal his 5. We'll talk about it for a second or two, and then I'll reveal mine. Then Gio will reveal his, and then stuff like that. So, Antoine, 30 to 26.
Leading
you
it
got?
off.
Also, make sure, because some people might not know who they are, just say the coach's name and what team they coach.
Yes. Okay. I hope number 30 is all unanimous because this guy has been brutally awful with this team.
Mm-hmm.
It is the Chicago Bulls.
Well, just reveal your first 5 just
So-
off the bat.
Billy Donovan is dead last.
Okay.
After him, Brian Keefe, Charles Lee. Why are you shaking your phone?
Just remember reveal them with the numbers too.
Yeah, so number 30 is Donovan, 29 is Keefe, 28 is Charles Lee. Just based on they're just new coaches. We don't see much of them yet right now. They're probably going to be higher at the end of the year.
Okay.
27, Will Hardy.
Oh wow.
I don't know a lot about Will Hardy, but
Okay.
I got to see this year they got to be better.
Okay.
And then 26 is Ime Udoka.
Wow.
What?
Wow. Okay, I have a
That is
huge issue right
insane.
off the bat.
I love Ime.
Ime Udoka and Will Hardy, I definitely have them higher on my list.
I need to see more of them.
But why though? What specifically kind of puts you dead last? With
I
that?
just need to see their teams perform. Houston underperformed last year tremendously.
Houston compared to the year prior was way better.
Yeah.
Houston was down in the depths.
They took strides.
They're a team this year that
Yeah.
needs to be significantly better. And
It's also based on projections. I think this year they're going to be.
This year they're going to be very.
That's
They're
why
gonna
I'm
do some damage.
saying. So he can rise a lot up this list.
Yeah, so why didn't you though? Because remember we can project on this list as far as that goes. Because I think
I don't know.
Will Hardy was dealt with Danny Ainge, so a lot of his good coaching is hidden behind the
Yeah,
tank.
yeah.
Yeah.
But the Ime Udoka one, that is crazy.
Yeah, that's an
He got
outstanding.
the Celtics to the finals in their first season.
I understand that.
First year
But
head coach
now
for the
he's in
finals.
Houston.
Yeah, but already they've made big strides since the year prior. In 2022, they were awful.
Let's just say Ime is quite a bit up higher on
they're
my
both
list.
quite a bit higher up on my list.
Wait, which one,
than
Hardy?
them. Both of them.
For me, Hardy is also quite low.
Really?
Yeah, I need to see more of
A
Will.
lot of you were sleeping
I
on
want to
Will
see
Hardy.
why you picked.
Well, yeah, I think both of them are slept on, but I don't have them high up right now.
Okay, that is totally fair.
You want me to go next or you?
I can go next.
You go.
So at number 30, I have Brian Keefe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Number 29, I have Billy Donovan. Number 28, I have Charles Lee. Number 27, I have Chauncey Billups. And at number 26, I have Kenny Atkinson.
Wow. Kenny A.
I don't think Kenny A should be that low.
Listen, bro, I experienced Kenny Atkinson.
I don't
A
think
good
he should be that
good
low.
rebuilding coach, but when you get stars in the building and
Yeah.
when you get, tighter rotations, the man does not know what he's doing. And that is exactly why he got fired from the Brooklyn Nets in 2020. And this is based off of projections also for this season. The Cavs are going to be a good team, but I think his rotations are going to come back to bite him in the ass. And that's kind of where I have it with him. I mean, I think Brian Keefe is a lot worse than Billy Donovan, as bad as Billy Donovan.
Really?
Yeah.
I think Billy is
I mean,
horrendous.
Brian Keefe came in as the interim, and they somehow did worse. So,
I got a little bit of Billy bias. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah, you do have.
My early OKC years. With
Oh, that's
Russ,
true, yeah.
KD.
I mean, Billy Donovan is just the team. The front office also sucks, so that's kind of why he's been
Yeah.
bad. But
I don't think he's that bad.
right, I don't think Charles Lee's going to do much in Charlotte. Chauncey Billups is not a good head coach. I'm sorry, I love the guy, but I just don't think he has what it takes. But yeah, I put Kenny Atkinson quite low on my list.
All right, let's go to you.
All right, my list.
No qualms, no disagreements.
Kenny A, but they do bad, then I can see why Cleveland is going to go down this, why Kenny A is so low.
Okay, all right, Gio, what you
All
got
right.
for us?
So I got you with Charles Lee at 30.
Oh wow,
Okay.
Then
so
I
we have
got.
all disagreements at 30. Not what I expected. All right.
So you expected everyone to have Keith there?
Yes, I expected everyone to have.
Keith
Nah.
is at 29.
Okay.
Yes.
Then I got Chauncey at 28.
Okay.
I got JB Bickerstaff at 27.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I have Kenny A at 26.
You guys
we are
really
locked,
shitting
bro.
on Kenny.
Kenny A.
We
at
are
26.
locked. We are one.
Yeah.
we
I
are
don't
one
I don't
mind.
understand that.
What do you think about my JB take?
I think JB should be a little higher.
I have him a little bit higher.
He's a little
I
higher.
have a little bit higher. I think.
Okay.
Who is your? I'm sorry. Repeat one more time. You had.
Charles Lee, Brian Keefe, Chauncey Billups, JB Bickerstaff, and Kenny A.
What was the reasoning for putting JB Bickerstaff below Kenny Atkinson?
Yeah. He led them
I feel
to
like-
the playoffs.
I feel like JB has already done enough in the NBA for us to really gauge what kind of coach he is.
Yeah, very fair.
I feel like Kenny A. He has more to prove, more to show us because he hasn't really shown us everything that he's got yet.
I would
And
argue
feel like
that he
there's a
showed a
chance.
lot in Brooklyn. I would argue that he did.
I don't think he showed everything he has. I think JB has been around longer than Kenny A.
That's fair. I mean, Kenny Atkinson was an assistant coach with the Warriors for the past few years.
Right.
So this definitely could help him with his job in Cleveland. I just can't see it based on what I saw in Brooklyn as far as that goes. I think JB, I mean, it's kind of 50-50. You can interchange them however you want.
For me, being mid is worse than being bad.
Exactly. Because
That's how I feel.
When you're bad, you can rebuild, just like with records. If you're just right outside the play-in, unless you get a random Hawks shot in the lottery, being mid's just only going to keep you in the same complacency.
And that's
So I
what
think-
makes that was my logic on putting him that low because I'm just tired of the mediocrity of JB Bickerstaff.
That's
Tired
fair.
of it.
Okay.
So this man is not a Charles Lee believer.
Nah.
Neither are we, but he has him dead last. I think.
Yeah.
I mean, I definitely think he's already, without even coaching a game, he's already better than Keefe and Donovan because they've
Yes.
just been trash. Just
I
like
agree.
straight
He has a lot to
bad.
show me.
He
has a lot
does.
to show me.
That's fair.
Yeah.
So
these
do-
could all change.
So the only common ones we have together in the bottom five are Keefe, Donovan, or do you have Donovan higher?
I have Donovan higher.
Okay, so wait,
I told you I have some Billy
Right.
bias.
So Keefe, Charles Lee, and
He's so canceled.
Keefe and Charles Lee are the only ones in our bottom five, correct?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
and then we each
Chauncey,
have
right?
agreements here, and no, he didn't have Chauncey.
oh yeah.
Chauncey's on my next tier.
Okay.
So yeah, Antoine, get into your next tier
So,
of coaches. So 25
20
to 21.
25 to 21. I think these all bottom barrel ones are all interchangeable. I'm just going off of right now as I see them. These could all change I know Ime's great, but these could all change.
Okay.
This is going off.
Well,
I
yeah,
need to see
forget-
more of Will
I
Hardy.
already forgot his email in the bottom 5.
Yeah. So 25, I'm going to go Darko Rajakovic.
Yep.
24,
The Raptors
the
coach.
Toronto Raptors head coach.
Oh,
Did you not
I'm sorry,
put him
I
on the
forgot about
Darko
that guy.
Rajakovic
Okay.
is 25. 24 is Jordy Fernandez.
list? Okay.
23 is Chauncey Billups. 22 is Quinn Snyder. And 21 is JB Bickerstaff.
Okay. I have an issue with this. Is actually me not being biased. I actually do think Jordy Fernandez should be a lot higher than 24.
I need to see more.
Did you not see enough with Team Canada the past few years?
Look, I understand, but it's a first-year head coach.
Right.
I'm
But,
working with little bit right now.
Right,
And
but-
I think the guys that are above Jordy are a little better. I might switch. Actually, I'll switch Chauncey and Jordy. I'll put Chauncey down at 24, Jordy up at 23.
okay, that's fair.
And then I'll keep Quinn. Quinn is a good resume.
Yep.
Just Atlanta. And then I think JB's is a stable head coach right now.
That's fair.
That can
Yeah.
that can take strides.
I really don't have an issue outside of the Jordy Fernandez pick. Because
Okay.
again, I mean, you could also base it off projections. And while I do think we're trying to lose, I do think he's going to turn into a good coach for us. He's already, I think just his defensive schemes and his defensive mindsets and his philosophies already kind of put him more middle of the pack. I do have him higher up on my list.
Yeah, like I said, these lists are going to change. I'm just going off of present day right
He's just
now.
biased.
He's just insanely biased. Yeah.
Okay,
No,
fine.
you.
Oh, me?
Oh, him.
No, even if I wasn't.
Okay.
Even though,
No, I think
he's
Jordy's
been-
going to be great,
he's-
but I think the guys all above him have a decent more resume than him.
Okay.
Okay, that's fair. But I do think, I mean, he worked under Mike Brown, who I think is, Mike Brown's very high on my
He's a good
list.
coach,
Yeah.
So I think in that system, it's definitely going to help him out. And he seems to have that fire that a lot of coaches lack. Like Billy Donovan doesn't have that fire
Yeah.
as far as that goes. Do you have
Yeah,
any
he doesn't.
any disagreements from you with his next tier?
I mean, yeah, but nothing to really call him out on. I think it's like
They're all-
when
they're all
it's at the
middle
bottom tier, kind of. I'm
It's
like,
tough.
yeah, sure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
All right.
But when we get to the top, I'm gonna have some.
Takes.
Yes, we'll
Definitely,
get
yeah.
into it.
All right.
Go
All
to
right.
year 25 to 21.
My next 5. At number 25, I have JB Bickerstaff.
Okay.
Number 24, I have Doc Rivers.
Whoa.
Number 23, I have Jason Kidd.
Wow.
Listen,
Number 22, I have Quinn Snyder. And number 21, I have Darko Rajakovic.
listen. I will tell you, Kid is significantly higher
Really?
on my list.
Okay.
Significantly higher.
J Kidd at what?
Kid at
20.
23.
You gotta be
No.
Jason kidding me.
No.
No, I gotta stop.
He
with
is-
That was really bad.
That was so
He is.
Now it's warranted to put him at 23.
Yeah.
He
that-
is
that
the
was bad.
sole reason for why they were so successful.
I
no.
do not think so at all, actually.
I
Talk to
think
me. Why is he
that's
that
why
low?
he got
Okay,
the
as far as
contract.
He's a guy who he went to the finals. Brought his team to the finals.
Yes, going to the finals, yes, he did that. But look at the Mavericks run. You faced an injured Clippers team, which I think if the Clippers were healthy,
Oh,
they
you can't
easily-
do that.
You can't say.
I'm not
you
talking
can't
about that. But
say
let me finish.
Okay.
Let me finish. The run was not challenging because you beat the Clippers that were injured. The Thunder were inexperienced. They weren't ready. And then you go up against Minnesota, who didn't give you anything. So yes, the run could have been a lot harder. But as far as a head coach, I think Jason Kidd is a lot of why they lost in the finals. I think obviously the Celtics are way better, but
Exactly.
I just don't think he has the it factor as a coach. I think Luka definitely hides a lot of his flaws because Luka's so talented and Luka's so good and also just looking back on his previous coaching gigs was also not very good. So this is his first good spot with Dallas. I could make the argument that he's maybe a little bit higher. I can move him up if you want me to.
Wait, so who's ahead of him?
As far as the next 5, Quinn Snyder and Darko.
That's insane.
That's insane.
I'm projecting.
That is
Like I
insane.
said, it's a projection. I don't think
Okay,
the Mavericks are going to
okay.
be as good this year.
Go on
Okay.
to year 5.
So
Fair.
anyway, nothing on Doc Rivers.
Yeah, Doc. Yeah, that's crazy.
I don't.
I-
I mean, it's up and down right now.
Doc Rivers is
it's up
at.
and down.
He's at 20 for me. So
Okay.
He's a little higher from me.
yeah. All right, so here we go. I got Will Hardy at 25. Then I got Taylor Jenkins.
Ooh.
What? You're a sleeper on the Grizzlies and
I'm
you
a
do Taylor
sleeper.
Jenkins like that?
I'm gonna
Okay.
do him like that.
All
Taylor
right.
No.
Jenkins.
Remember, a good team doesn't always necessarily mean a good coach.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
why that's kind of my mindset with Kid.
Then I got Jordy Fernandez at 23,
Okay.
and That's what it was. I have Will Hardy 2 times.
So you had to put Darko.
Yeah.
So I'm putting
Darko.
Darko at 22.
Okay.
Darko at 22.
And then number
And
21.
then Billy Donovan.
Oof.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm sorry. Billy Donovan is insanely high.
He should not be
I
higher
got,
than.
I got Billy bias. All right.
Yeah, he
You
should
do
not
have
be
Billy
higher.
bias. You do have Billy
got
bias.
Billy
If he was on a
Fair.
better team, maybe.
Okay. I can make the argument for that
That's fine.
as far as that goes. But Jordy Fernandez, I do disagree, like I mentioned with Antoine. I think he should be higher on this list. But you have him where? 24?
Same as
23.
mine. 23.
Oh, 23. Okay. At the very least, you got to put bro at 21. You have-
No, not yet.
Okay, you could project. You could project.
We
on
can,
this
but
list.
not right now.
Right, but
Nah.
even if
The
the
season
gonna
hasn't
put him-
started.
even if the team's bad,
I got Billy D
it's
right
good.
there.
Billy D is so
That's
bad.
disrespectful, actually.
He's terrible,
He's
bro.
bad. That team's been really good, like player wise, and they haven't done shit.
Yeah,
So
Bro.
he's at the root of that.
They don't have a good player.
they've been piss poor.
No,
bro.
they-
They've been
Good players.
injured. They've been injured.
They have a starting 5 of literally like some of the best players in the league, and they
That's
can't get anything
insane,
done.
Cap.
I mean, let's be honest. If you failed an experiment with Zach LaVine,
DeMar
DeMar DeRozan,
DeRozan,
Nikola Vucevic, and Lonzo Ball.
They're all injured,
Yeah, but
They're
he made the one season they were healthy. They nearly got swept in the first round.
No.
but they didn't.
Right, they won one game.
And they still have Kobe White and Caruso. They traded
Yeah,
Caruso
but-
for nothing.
That's not his
That's
fault.
not on him.
I know, but
that's
I
on the
understand
GM.
that. I understand that. But,
But-
no.
Look,
Okay,
just
Well,
give
that's
Billy
best.
D a chance.
He's
All
been
right.
given numerous. He should have been fired 2 years ago.
that's fine. Okay,
Okay, it's fair. You know, it's fine. We'll leave it at that.
we'll go on.
All right.
20
Yellow.
to 16.
Yes.
20, I have JJ Redick.
Okay.
19 is Willie Green. 18 is Kenny Atkinson. 17 is Mike Brown.
Oh, what?
Wow.
Wow. Okay. You know, I'll wait to see.
And 16 is Mike Budenholzer.
Wow. Okay, I understand now why he put Jordy so low. That makes a lot more sense. Putting Mike Brown at 16, 17?
17.
That is egregiously bad.
I think the Kings got to rebound this year and he'll go up.
Oh my God.
Listen,
yeah.
the Kings got to rebound, then they'll go up.
wild.
He'll go up.
We'll see.
That's wild.
I think Mike Brown's a good coach,
He is a good
he's
coach.
a good coach.
but I don't think he's a great coach.
Oh, I think
No.
he's
Let's
a,
put it like
I think
that.
he's a great coach.
No, if he was a
great
great coach, the Kings wouldn't have flopped this
The
year.
Kings were too passive at the deadline and in the offseason.
understand that,
Plus,
but-
again, he was working with what he got, and the West got even more stacked. So there's nothing he could do.
Well, look, let's see what he has.
If-
He's
if
a
the
dynamic
Kings-
duo
Right,
and
but
Sabonis
even with
and
last
Fox.
year getting the 3 seed prior, right? You go in, you win your group in the in-season tournament, and you get yourself into the play, and you take out the Warriors dynasty, and then
I understand that, but this is
One
we're going,
game,
we're
though.
going off
Right.
of now.
Right.
What's going on now? The Kings are going into a new season. He'll go up probably for sure.
Let's
But
see
right
how
now,
he
he's at
figures out. Let's
17.
see how he figures out the DeRozan
Exactly.
thing and all
Exactly.
that.
Yeah.
If he does a good job over there, he's getting bumped
that's fair.
That's fine.
for
I'm
sure.
perfect. I'll bump him up for sure. 100%.
All right, that's fair. Who else did you have on that list? Anyone else I want to?
Budenholzer 16.
And 17, 18.
17 is Mike Brown. 18 is Kenny A. 19 Willie Green. 20 JJ
It's
Redick.
pretty high for Kenny A.
Yeah, a little high, if I'm being honest. Base,
18?
though.
18?
Yeah, I had him at 26. So
Me too.
I,
yeah.
listen,
Yeah.
still bottom barrel.
yeah, well, not really.
Middle
You're-
of the
It's like
pack.
lottery area.
Middle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
middle of
Yeah.
the pack.
Okay, that's fair. All right, my next 5. At number 20, I have JJ Redick. Number 19, Taylor Jenkins. Number 18 is Willie Green. Number 17 is Mike Budenholzer.
Okay.
And number 16 is Jordy Fernandez.
Jordy is not better than half of the coaches in the league right now.
I'm projecting. Like then,
He
you
will
don't know
still not be
anything.
better than half of the coaches in the league.
There's got to be
Again,
some
you
Nets
don't know
bias
that.
in there.
No,
just a
well,
little
obviously
bit.
there is, but I do genuinely think he's going to be one of the
JJ is
going
going to be significantly better than him.
Why when the Lakers don't make the play in?
Ooh.
No, I think you're discounting JJ too much.
I think you're discounting Jordy Fernandez too
Oh,
much.
wow.
Well, it goes both ways, but I got
Exactly.
Jordy's playing with a team with nobody to show for.
Exactly.
Wow.
How is he going to?
Wow.
Just like with Will Hardy, when a team is tanking, you still see the good coaching aspects.
Well, I got to see how good he is.
Exactly.
If Cam Thomas is crap, he's not doing anything.
Ooh.
Okay. well,
Shots have been
All right.
fired.
when Nick Claxton makes an all-defensive team, that's all I'll say.
Okay,
Oh,
we'll
wow.
see. But that's not happened yet.
Okay.
It's just shot after
It
shot.
hasn't happened yet.
All right.
Do you
Okay.
think Jordy Fernandez is better than half the coaches in the league?
Oh, absolutely not.
Thank you.
all right. Let's.
Thank you.
Again, it's all opinion based. Is there any other issues with my?
So Tom
My
Thibodeau is
next
the best coach in the league.
Insane takes.
I'm joking.
Insane
take.
takes.
Insane take. I originally, when I made this list, I had Tom Thibodeau at 20, and I realized how low he was.
That is utterly
That's hilarious.
disrespectful.
Well, it wasn't.
That's also biased.
It wasn't disrespectful. I just forgot I put him down.
Yeah.
So I forgot. Like I had a bunch of coaches above him. But
What is going to you?
All right, when we go to so at 20 we got Doc Rivers.
Okay, yes, that's a good.
19, it's a good spot. Right?
Yeah.
19 we got Mike Budenholzer.
Spot. Ooh.
Then we got
Okay.
Quinn Snyder at 18
Okay.
and Jamal Mosley at 17.
Pause. That is disrespectful.
Who's your 16?
16 is Willie Green.
Okay.
Willie Green is not.
I like
Jamal
Willie
Mosley.
Green.
Willie Green's a good coach.
I
but
like Willie Green more than Jamal Mosley.
is the next big thing.
Why is Jamal Mosley so fucking
Yeah,
low?
he's kind of low.
He is.
Oh my
he is
God.
but
he
look,
is top 10.
listen, I just think there's 16 guys better.
no.
Okay. I mean-
you think Nick Nurse is better than him?
Yes.
That's disrespectful as shit.
That's crazy.
What has he done?
Nick Nurse has a ring, bro.
I understand that, but that
What
was
does
the one
Jamal
and done
have?
year with Kawhi being there, and that was it. They went to crap.
He managed it well though.
They did manage it well.
And again, the front office, Masai Ujiri failed Nick Nurse.
They did.
Masai Ujiri he stood too pat and didn't get the assets he wanted in
that's
return
fine.
for his trades.
I respect it,
Jamal Mosley's
but I
crazy.
don't.
So
But I don't respect it.
don't-
That is
you don't think the Magic will be good?
no. The Magic are gonna be good,
Okay, so then
but they got
why is he
great.
low?
They got great players though.
Yeah, but no, they're not great enough where he gets no credit.
Yeah.
Like Luka Doncic is different than Paolo Banchero. Like Luka's on a whole other stratosphere. Kyrie Irving's on a whole other stratosphere.
Okay, maybe he deserves to be a little
That's
higher.
why I have Kid Love, by the way.
Yes,
Maybe he deserves.
Jamal has
Yes.
turned around that team.
Yeah.
Still,
Also,
I still think Willie
that's what I
Green's better.
forgot to mention. Keep in mind, before this season, Kid almost got fired. So
Listen. No
then he
spoilers.
proved everyone wrong
No,
once the
no
finals.
spoilers. But Kid is on my top 5.
Ooh,
oh wow,
Okay.
yeah, he's definitely just basing it off of team success rather
No.
than coaching with team. But it's
No,
fine.
it's right now. What has happened? Kid has got
I'm
the
s-
contract extension,
I'm still
and
just-
there we go.
I'm still just trying to mentally process Ime Udoka at 26. Like that is-
He's got to get better.
bro. What do you
He
mean
has
he's
to
gotta
get better.
The only
with
thing,
the Rockets.
The only thing he's got to get better is his behavior with coworkers. That's all
And
he
the
has.
Rockets
That's
got to
all he
be
has.
up. They have the talent.
Okay, I think this is the most heated episode we've had so far.
Okay,
We're not even
he
halfway
can be
through.
significantly higher at the end of the year if the Rockets make the playoffs, and that's it. We're calling it a day.
All right,
All right, what are we on?
we're going for 15 to 11.
Okay.
What do you got?
15 is Taylor Jenkins.
Okay,
14 is Doc Rivers.
okay,
13 is Nick Nurse.
okay.
12 is Greg Popovich.
Oh,
Right now.
okay.
Right now.
Okay.
Right now.
Okay,
Spurs have been Boo Boo Kaka.
okay,
All
fine.
time is probably number 1.
okay.
And then 11 is Jamal Mosley.
Ooh,
I like it.
he literally said 5 minutes ago that he's top 10, and he put him at 11.
Just outside.
Okay,
Just outside.
that's wild. Anything you want to debate on that, Gio?
You know what? I actually like the location of Pop. I'm not gonna lie.
Really?
It might be very controversial take, but I'm not against that one.
I have him higher.
You have him higher?
I have him higher.
I think he's outside top 10. That's where I put him.
I agree.
As of now.
I just
As
agree.
of now.
I
All
simply
time,
agree with
he's
that.
in top 10.
All time he's like
All
top
time,
3.
he's top 3. But right now, it's outside top 10.
right.
This is the right now.
I get
What
it.
do you have for yours?
Fair. Who was number 11? You said Jamal Mosley. Jamal
Yeah.
Mosley's in my top 10. Yeah, I don't know. Why is he outside of the top 10? That's where I'm a little bit confused.
Because the guys in the top 10 are a little better right now.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess.
Sorry. Jamal.
He could be in top 10 at the end of the year.
I guess that's
Or he
fair.
could be bottom 20.
Could
No.
be
Bottom
20.
10.
I don't
Could be
think-
bottom 20.
Then he'll lose his job then if they are.
Wait, isn't top 10 the same as bottom 20? Oh, outside the top 10 is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bottom 20.
Yeah, it's bottom 20, correct.
Yes.
Okay.
That is absolutely correct.
Correct.
My 15 to 11 is very controversial. I'm not going to lie.
Let's hear it.
It's very
If
controversial.
Tibbs is in this, riots.
You know it's going to be in there.
Riots.
At number
It's Tyler.
At number 15, we have Mike Budenholzer.
That's fine.
Okay.
At number 14, we have Nick Nurse.
Okay.
At number 13, we have Tom Thibodeau.
Wow.
At number 12, I have Rick Carlisle.
Wow.
And at number 11, I have Will Hardy. Ooh, my voice cracked.
You have who?
Will Hardy.
Will Hardy?
I need to see more of Will Hardy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Will Hardy is one of the most slept on coaches in the league right now, just because of the Jazz being the Jazz.
Okay.
I don't
Now that they're actually going to compete, you're going to see how good of a coach he is.
Okay.
listen.
Wow.
I understand. Like I said, I need to see more of him. He'll be higher probably into the year.
Yeah.
I think Carlisle and Tibbs need to be swapped.
I mean, Tibbs lost to Carlisle, so
They need to be
I
swapped.
physically couldn't. Both coaches severely fumble their rotations. That's
Yeah.
why they're not in the top 10.
Yeah.
I think if Tom Thibodeau trusted his bench and his young guys a lot more, I think he would have been higher. And I think if Rick Carlisle was just not stubborn in the fourth quarter, he could easily be top 5.
Yeah.
Because he's been that good for,
Yeah.
in his past with Dallas and obviously now with Indiana. I just can't give Bro the benefit of the doubt. And it was a last-second change as far as Will Hardy. I originally had him top 10, but I moved him out at the last second.
That's insane.
Yeah.
All right. What do you got?
All right, where are we at? 15?
15 to 11.
15 to
yeah.
11.
So I got Nick Nurse at 15.
Okay.
Perfect.
I got Steve Kerr at 14.
Oh.
Excuse me?
I mean,
Steven Kerr.
for those that don't know, Gio is like the biggest Warriors hater you'll ever meet.
Excuse me. Steve Kerr
So-
is top 3.
Yeah, I'm really just not jacking Steve Kerr anymore.
Pause. Holy fuck.
You're not jacking him off anymore? Is that what you meant?
Bro. Okay, anyways.
That is wild.
I'm not jacking jacking Steve Kerr no more. So we
Okay.
got JJ Redick above Steve
Yeah,
Kerr.
you are.
That is
We
ridiculous.
got JJ at 13.
That is ridiculous.
Then we
What
got-
has he done in?
Oh, he's gonna yeah.
But Steve, okay, never
he's
mind.
gonna do you.
Sorry.
He's gonna do you.
Jordy's
Yep.
better.
He'll
but-
do me, really?
Yeah.
Okay, he'll do
Wait,
me.
what?
He'll do me. Okay.
All right. So then we got at 12 we got Mike Brown,
Oh my God, bro.
and at 11 we got Greg Pop.
Bro, y'all are disrespecting the fuck out of Mike Brown, man.
Mike Brown, he's just not top 10.
It's just
If
one-
Sacramento's
but it's-
better
you're-
this year,
you're
though,
ba-
that's
but you're
fine.
defining him off of one bad season caused by the front office.
Oh, I understand
Isn't that what we're doing?
Yeah, so-
Isn't that's what we're doing?
Based
No.
off of,
We're
based
doing
off
it
of
right
last season
now.
and then project.
Right
the-
now.
The team's success is not 100% of the criteria.
It's a huge portion.
But
It
it's
is a huge
right
portion,
now.
But I'm going based off of just pure coaching ability with the team success.
okay. I'm going the same thing, but
doing
my
right
percentages
now.
are a little different than
Okay,
yours.
that's fine.
Right now.
That's fair. JJ Redick is obscenely high.
What? He has no ring. Steve has 4.
JJ Redick has
JJ Redick is obscenely
ring.
high.
no rings.
JJ Redick is going to be coaching one of the 2 most difficult coaching jobs in the NBA.
And he's going to cook.
Oh God!
I thought you said he was going to go to China.
Bro, have you seen that roster? Do you expect him to cook with that roster?
Bro, he has Bronny James on the team.
I think he's going to Canuck. He's gonna
Canuck?
cook
Connect.
with Dalton Connect.
Yeah, he's going to cook
Thank
with
you.
Dalton
he's
Connect.
going to Canuck.
He's gonna Canuck.
Can you just
We're saying that now.
can you remind me?
He's
of your,
gonna Canuck.
Can you remind me of your 15 through 13 again?
Yeah, so it's Nick Nurse, Steve Kerr, JJ Redick, Mike Brown, Greg Pop.
Yeah, and, Kerr and Brown are in my top 10.
Okay.
Yeah, little high a little low in my opinion for them.
I got some guys.
What's the reasoning behind Steve Kerr?
I'm a hater.
You don't like him.
Okay, so
I'm a hater. Straight up, I'm
at
just a
least you're
hater.
admitting to the bias.
And I think he's washed.
Okay, fair enough.
So that's, yeah.
So he
Fair
didn't shower.
Okay,
He's just washed.
all right, fair enough.
All right.
Top 10, Antoine, 10
Ooh.
to 6.
10 is Rick Carlisle.
Okay,
9 is Chris Finch. 8 is Ty Lue. 7 is Tom Thibodeau. 6 is Mark Dagnall.
oh, interesting. Okay, lot to unpack there. I don't know, to be honest with you. I think the only disagreement I would have is Tibbs.
Tibbs is top 10.
I just can't see it because Tibbs just the way his coaching style just does not equate to success in the playoffs. If you're only relying on 5 people,
Well,
to win
we got to
your
see the
championship.
improvement. If this year he can go down, he can go up.
Right? But based off of last season, how does that make?
He's
it
top 10 from last
10?
season.
That's why
You got a 2 seed.
I think you're too focused on team success because 2 seed in the East is like 7 seed in the West.
I understand that, but we're in the East. We're not in the West.
I understand that, but that's just record. like if you miss,
Let me put Tibbs 7. Let me put him 7.
I think Tibbs did an outstanding job with the players that he had.
Exactly. That is my point.
I think he does a great job with the players that he has. He doesn't manage them well.
Exactly. That's why he's
not in my top 10. Because you got to manage well in the playoffs. If you're good in the regular season, congratulations. I guess.
What did he do wrong? I think he did everything.
He played
could've.
Josh Hart.
You're playing
55 minutes.
You're playing Josh Hart a full 48 minutes in April in the regular season in a 25-point blowout.
Exactly.
Okay, well, yeah,
Like your players are going to get hurt. There's no reason to play him that much.
Yeah,
exactly.
But besides that, in the playoffs, I think he did a superb job in the playoffs.
You don't think
Just too many injuries.
Yeah, there's too many injuries. I just think if he managed the rotations well, I think they would have been more durable.
Okay.
So that's kind of, I think, what it is.
That's
for
why
me
he
with
falls out of
Thibodeau.
your top 10.
That is correct.
Okay.
He falls out of my top 10 purely for that reason.
Who's your 10 through 6?
My 10 through 6. It's a little complicated. So at number 10, I've gone for Chris Finch.
Wow.
At number 9, I've gone for Ty Lue. Number 8 is Greg Popovich. Number 7 is Joe Mazzulla. And number 6 is Jamal Mosley.
Wow. Okay.
Joe Mazzulla is ridiculously.
He's not top 5.
Low.
No. Wow. Okay. And why is that?
I think Joe Mazzulla is kind of still picking up the scraps from Ime Udoka, and the team's just too good that it doesn't matter how good or bad of a coach he is.
The difference is he won, though.
Right, he did, but Ime was never given the second season because of his behavior. So they could have easily gone back-to-back with Ime Udoka.
This is Mazzulla's second season with them, right?
Correct.
Okay.
And they did not take the playoffs that seriously in 2023, where they went down 3-0 against Miami, had to use all their energy coming back, and then they lost Game 7. But look, I just think there's as far as X's and O's, just game plans, I do think there's 5 better coaches better than Joe Mazzulla, or 6, I guess, because Jamal Mosley. So, again, I made a last-second switch. I kept forgetting coaches. I originally had Dagnall in like 13th, and I was like, that's way too low.
That's way too low for Dagnall.
Didn't he get the Coach of the Year?
He did.
Okay.
So, he's in my top 5, obviously, as you all know.
What do you have?
For me?
10-6. What do you got?
10-6. I got Tyronn Lue at 10.
That's fine.
Okay. Kind of all of them in the same spot.
Tyronn Lue at 10. Then I got Ime Udoka at 9.
Yes.
That's ridiculously high.
No, it's not.
Bro, he's in my top 5.
Wow.
What the hell are you guys smoking?
I'm not smoking anything. I've seen how good of a coach he is.
You're gonna find out this season. You're gonna see why.
Yeah.
And then I got Tom Thibodeau at 8.
Thank you.
And I got Rick Carlisle at 7. And Mark Dagnall at 6.
Okay.
That's fine.
Respectable list.
There's no. I don't disagree with that there.
Yeah, I think it's good. I think if you're not going to put Ime top 5, top 10 is perfect spot for him.
Top bottom bear.
You put him at what, 28?
26.
Oh God, bro, what are you doing?
That's bad.
I have to see more.
Bro, you're gonna get cooked.
That's
for
fine.
that.
Cook me.
Okay.
We're gonna Canuck.
All right.
Okay. My top 5.
This should be good. It should be interesting.
Myself is in this list.
Okay. What do you
No,
got?
I'm joking. Number 5 is going to be Jason Kidd. Number 4 is going to be Steve Kerr.
Yuck.
Number 3 is going to be Eric Spoelstra. And this is a toss-up between Michael Malone and Joe Mazzulla.
Ooh.
I don't know who is 1.
You have to pick one.
I'm going to switch Mazzulla to 2 and give Malone 1.
Wow.
Wow. I was not expecting that.
That's, yeah. Okay.
Not expecting that.
Okay.
Interesting. You've Kidd at 5.
Okay.
What did you see just outside of the Mavs being the Mavs? What did you see out of him specifically as far as game management that could result?
I don't want. I'm gonna say just leadership. I
For
think
who?
they have the leader.
Mike?
No,
No,
for Kidd.
Jason
Oh,
Kidd.
just-
Jason Kidd's the leader. That's what you
Yeah.
have. That's why he got that extension.
He has.
He's the leader,
Yeah. I think you can make the argument for it.
and I think it's going to be good things for him.
I think if we were to compromise on where to place Kidd, I think sort of like middle of the pack would probably be like maybe like 12, 13,
Yeah. Wait, where'd you have him again?
23. Yeah.
That's ridiculous. You think my Ime pick is bad.
No, that's even
pretty
worse. No,
bad.
Ime is a much better
No.
coach than Jason
I'm not
Kidd.
gonna lie, Tyler. That's pretty bad.
That's bad.
23 for Kidd.
That's bad.
Again, bro, before last season, he was one of the worst coaches in the league. He was about to
Tyler,
get
I
fired.
understand
Tyler,
that,
we
but
talking about right
significant
now,
improvements.
Yeah, but I can't make one semi-fluky finals run after they missed the
Nah.
play
It's
in
not
the
a
year
fluke.
before.
It's
Don't
They
call that
missed
a
the
fluke.
play in
I
a year ago.
understand that, but
But that's what makes it that much more
that's what makes it
amazing.
so much better.
Not
The
really,
improvements
though.
that
The
he showed.
improvements.
The improvements showed in the team, but
He
I
didn't
just
cave under pressure.
he didn't cave under pressure. But at the end of the day, I still think as far as
If
just
Ime
straight-
significantly improved the Rockets in a year, I would have had him up much higher.
bro,
He did.
The Rockets were by far the worst team in the league 2 years ago.
I understand
and they
that,
just missed the play-in last year.
Yeah.
They literally almost made the play-in.
Yeah.
I know. But
So
I like Ime. Ime's top.
Ime
top
brought in
10.
the right veterans, and the team completely changed course.
Yeah, Ime's gonna go higher on my list soon. He's already a 9. but
he'll
he's
be
gonna go
higher on my list for sure.
Why Malone over Missoula? Or no, sorry, why Missoula over Spoelstra? That perplexed.
Those three are interchangeable for me.
Because I think
If I'm going
Spoelstra
off
is a much
now,
better coach
if
than
I'm going
Missoula
off
is.
now, Missoula, but at all time, I think Spoelstra clears Missoula.
Yeah.
I love Eric Spoelstra. I think he's the best coach of all time.
Oh
Oh,
wow.
wow. Okay.
I think Spoelstra is one of the
that is
best,
a take.
one of the best coaches of all time,
He changes it to
Yeah,
one
one
of.
of.
or the best. Who is the best coach of all time?
You said it, Eric
you said
Spoelstra.
Eric
Forget
Spoelstra.
about it.
I think Phil Jackson gets in there too.
For me, it's he's top 3 interchangeable between Greg Popovich, Red Auerbach, and Phil Jackson. I think
Yeah.
those are the clear.
You said
three
Red
best.
Auerbach.
Yeah, Red Auerbach.
I don't know.
Back in the
And
day.
Bill Russell,
I
And
think
Le GM.
Spoelstra.
the GM.
Le GM.
Well, wait, disregard. I think Phil is the best head coach of all time.
Now you said Spoelstra, bro. No takesies backs.
I think Spoelstra is the best head coach of all time.
No.
I don't really like Phil Jackson that much.
Phil was all right.
Phil had a stacked team. You can't really.
He did,
nothing
but
else.
Spoelstra has been so consistent ever since like LeBron days of it. And
Right, but what happened after the fact? 2 finals runs that they
but
lost.
Spoelstra is so good.
It's the same.
Same response.
So
comeback.
good.
See, at least
But he's good.
right, but he's good. Like
So good.
He's good.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm going off of now. Like I said, Missoula's better than Spoelstra now,
I disagree.
but all time
personally.
Spoelstra is better.
Okay, that's fair.
And
Tyler,
I think
what's your list?
Mike is
Yeah.
just consistency. Mike being at 1.
All
I
right.
would put Spoelstra 1 too.
That's
if
fair.
I had to.
That's fair. All right, my top 5 coaches right now. At number 5, we have Steve Kerr.
Ugh.
At number 4, we have Mike Brown.
Wow.
So high.
At
That is nutty.
At number 3 is Ime Udoka.
Nutty.
At number 2 is Michael Malone.
Okay.
And at number 1 is Eric Spoelstra. I still
Okay.
think he's the best coach in the NBA right
Spoles.
now. I think when it comes down to Michael Malone, clearly has the better team, but there are times where Michael Malone's rotations are a little questionable, where he doesn't put out the right lineups and he rolls out 5 bench players. I think Spoelstra, the fact that he's been able to take an 8 seed in the past 2 years to the NBA Finals with a team that just gets constantly injured and just doesn't take the regular season seriously, the fact that he can get those guys to lock in and cook up a game plan to take down these Goliaths.
What has Ime Udoka earned to be top 3?
Ime Udoka, in as far as him being a head coach, and keep in mind the sample size is very recent. He just became a head coach in 2022. Took the Celtics after a lot of question marks about them being in the they made the play-in 2021. Got gentlemen swept by us. He takes over, gets them to the NBA Finals. They were 2 games away from winning the whole thing. And then obviously the whole stuff happened behind the scenes, which we won't talk about. He gets the opportunity in Houston, a team that had no veterans, had no leadership, had no game plan, just were throwing young guys out there. There was a lot of locker room issues. He comes in, takes over that job. They bring in Amen Thompson, they bring in Jeff Green, Fred VanVleet, and he just gets these guys together and he has them, he's hard-nosed. He has them playing defense. He has them cooking on all cylinders. He made Dylan Brooks less hateable in 1 year of basketball.
It's hard to do.
It's hard to do. And
I still hate him.
I think just he should have been the guy to get the job, not Steve Nash, as far as the Nets in 2020.
Yeah.
And I do think he was going to get the Brooklyn Nets job if he didn't. When he got fired from Boston, Adam Silver wouldn't let Joe Tsai hire him.
Dang.
So I think Ime Udoka is a clear top
Listen,
3 coach right now.
I think he's great, but I think he needs to show a little more with Houston right
But
now.
where did you have him, bro?
You had him at 26.
You can't even talk,
That's
bro.
worse than Kid being at
Can't even
23.
talk, bro.
No,
You're
That is
done.
I
much
think
worse than
I think
Kid being
he's
at
bottom
23.
barrel right now.
Yeah, you're canceled.
Jason Kidd's worst season
I think-
is worse than Ime Udoka's worst season.
The most I'll move him up is probably below Willie Green at 20.
Wow. Okay.
That's
We're gonna move on from
Where'd
that.
you have him?
Ime was top 10. He's 9 on
Yeah.
my list.
Any other disagreements? Any qualms with my top 5?
I mean, just the fact that you have Joe Mazzulla out of your top 5 is crazy to me.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not purely team success.
Yeah.
There needs to. I think you need to have that dog in you.
I think he has that.
I think he does, but I do think he's also a little passive as a head coach.
Nah, he
Yes.
got that
Remember,
dog.
The Celtics are
Joe.
Oh,
the
yeah,
Celtics
Joe.
The
Yeah.
Celtics are ungodly stacked.
Yeah,
so
they're
it's hard
stacked.
to tell. And again, like I said, that's why I have Ime so high, because he's literally just picking up his scraps. He's just cleaning up his mess. So
I think Joe got that dog in him, though.
Yeah,
I'm not saying
Joe
I'm not
is-
saying he doesn't have the dog in him. I'm just saying that I think this was all Ime's stuff that Joe Mazzulla just inherited.
So
And
is
Ime
it
was going
so
to win with that Celtics squad.
Is it ethically wrong to have Joe Mazzulla be the head coach for the Olympics in 2028 because it's Ime's team and not his?
Well, I mean, 4 years, a lot can change, right? We don't know what that'll look like. So that's kind of why. That's why I didn't have him in my coaching predictions for 2028. I didn't even have Udoka. I had Jamal Mosley instead, because I think he'll be that hipster choice by the time when the time comes, when Paolo's in his prime and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, but yeah,
What
obviously,
is-
I know you both had Kerr and Brown lower, but to me, they're top 5.
Kerr's top 14. But yeah.
That's disrespectful.
All right, so my top 5 consists of Chris Finch, Jason Kidd, Michael Malone at 3.
Okay.
At 2, we got Eric Spoelstra.
Oh, wait, so who's number 1?
And at number 1, we
Mazzulla.
got Joe Mazzulla.
That's right. You are a Missoula believer.
I like Mazzulla.
Mazzulla's
Okay.
great.
And Mazzulla is that guy.
Okay.
He's got that dog in him. He has that calm, cool, collected persona to him.
Yeah.
He's got, because, Jason Tatum, he done got that calm, cool, collected. He gets a little nervous when the time comes to shine,
Yeah.
Joe, all he has to do is look at Joe. He's like, all right, I got you.
I got you.
I got you. And so then he locks in. That's all he has to do. Look at Joe, because Joe's cool. He's collected. So he looks at Joe, and he's good. So that's why I got Joe at number 1.
Okay.
He gives his players that
You know what?
confidence.
I think we did pretty good for picking our ones because I think all 3 of our coaches we chose for our ones are the best 3 coaches in the league right now.
You can make the argument for all 3, because I don't think who was your number 1.
Malone,
was-
Mazzulla,
Yeah,
Spoelstra.
I think Malone and Spoelstra are definitely clear-cut top 3. You can make the argument for Missoula, but I could put him in top 5. I don't think he's top 3.
Okay. Fair.
Okay.
I would put, again, based off. I'm consistent.
Ime's crazy, though.
I'm consistent though with my Ime stuff. I've seen, bro, in the 2 seasons alone, Ime's done so much as far as just getting Boston from play-in to finals and
Yeah, but
getting the Rockets
The team that he had there, their finals team, right?
for
Contender team.
who?
In
Ime.
Boston.
When Ime inherited Boston, no one knew if they were going to be that good.
But they were that good.
Well, keep in mind, Boston was awful at the All-Star or before at Christmas time. And then Christmas, Boston was like in the play-in, and he got them all the way. He shot them up to the 2nd seed in the East. So it was a late season push. It started off bad.
But you had the same players on that team that Joe Mazzulla has on this team, right? Besides, like,
Besides a couple, I think, yeah,
Drew and Derek
Holiday,
White.
everything like that. But that's all Brad Stevens stuff.
Right.
But Ime's done a lot more of the dirty work, and I think he's done a lot more with less. Obviously, Missoula's got a super team in front of him. So
Listen, the significant risers that I have that could be better. I think Jamal is going to go up higher. I think Taylor Jenkins goes up higher. I think Mike Brown goes up higher. I think Jordy will go up higher. Ime and Will Hardy will definitely go up higher.
they better.
I just got to see more of them.
I think the biggest dropper is going to be Steve Kerr.
Yes, I think that's a big
I think it's a clear dropper because I think Wemby's going to keep Pop kind of in that top 7 range as far as that goes. I'm curious to see what's out of Dagnall.
I think Ty Lue drops a lot.
Oh yeah, I mean that's unfortunate because I think he's still one of the best coaches. It's just his teams are just not good.
I think Ty drops a lot. I think Budenholzer stays where he's at, mid-table.
Yeah. What was the biggest what was the best placement for each person and the worst placement?
I think the worst one you think is Ime for me.
Oh yeah, no, that was awful.
The worst.
That awful placement.
I agree.
Awful placement,
Terrible.
without a doubt.
Terrible.
I think his is Kid
He had another one. Yeah, I think maybe it was Kid.
and Jordy.
You're a Kid at 20, right?
I'd kid at 23.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And,
That's pretty bad. That's
and
pretty bad.
Jordy.
Yeah.
Jordy.
I think that's your
What's
worst.
yours is Steve Kerr.
Steve Kerr.
No,
14.
he had another bad one, I
I had
think.
JJ top.
Yeah,
Jamal
JJ
Mosley. Jamal Mosley.
Where'd you have him?
I have Mosley at 17.
Oh, yeah,
That's
that's
awful.
really bad.
That is so bad.
Just as long, I'm just glad we had Spoelstra. Did you have Spoelstra in your top 3?
Spoelstra's 2.
For Antoine, I mean.
Spoelstra's 3.
Okay, yeah, we at least had him in our top 3.
I think we nailed getting. I think
I think we just nailed Malone and
I think we nailed Budenholzer being mid-table.
yes, because I had him at 15.
Yeah,
19.
and Taylor Jenkins as well being mid-table.
No, Gio had him low.
Taylor
I had
Jenkins?
24.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. All right. Ooh.
So, and I think it was pretty much fine, these lists.
I think we're scattered.
Yeah, I think we're a little bit scattered as far as that
good, though.
goes.
No, it's
Now,
good.
That's how it's supposed to.
Let's ask a follow-up question before we close this segment. Just really quickly, who's going to be the first coach to get canned this season?
Billy Donovan.
Billy D.
Billy D.
Yeah, I'm going Brian Keefe.
No,
see.
he can't.
He easily can.
No.
The Wizards are not going to be good at basketball.
It might be Chauncey.
He was my second choice.
I think Chauncey gets canned if they
but
suck completely.
I'm going to say Brian Keefe gets canned.
Keefe, yeah.
Yeah. I think it's going to be him.
Not mad at that.
But
No.
Maybe Doc.
it's really Giannis
Doc
wanted
could
him,
get canned.
so I don't know. We'll have to see.
We will.
But yeah, essentially that is our list. So let us know in the comments who's your top 5, because obviously I'm not going to have you name off your top 30. Give us your top 5 coaches in the NBA right now. And let us know what you think of our lists and everything of that nature. Anything else from you guys before we move on to shower thoughts?
My list is A tier.
Don't even
Sometimes.
respond. Don't respond.
Yeah, I'm not even going to respond. Gio, I thought your list was pretty good.
Thank you.
Wow, my
appreciate
list is
that.
crap.
Yeah. I'm trying to think, who do you think is going to have the best list out of the 3 of us?
Probably you.
I don't
You
know.
know- you know basketball.
I think all of our lists are going to be crap.
Let me just tell you. In terms of ball knowledge, I think Tyler's about like a 95, 94. I'm like a 76.
I don't know about Jordy
Anthony's like a
Fernandez.
65.
9.
I would change. I would say I'd give myself like a 92.
92.
I would give Gio like an 83.
I think,
Okay.
Antoine, I'd say 4.
a 4. I think we all have decent ball knowledge, but our opinions are very scattered.
Yeah,
We also are inherently biased with some of our takes.
Yeah.
definitely.
So it is.
Are we joining your shower?
Okay, bro.
I mean, let's just move on.
Yeah.
All right. We apologize once again for the audio issues. The last segment did the thing again. Yeah, I'm frustrated with it. I think we're all frustrated with it. We're trying to get it fixed. I think something went wrong, whether it's our mixer, our internet, our PC, or whatever the hell. We'll hope to find an answer soon. So we apologize. Just bear with us for that segment. The audio is going to sound a bit choppy, a bit matrixy, but I mean, hey, I guess how many podcasts are in the Matrix?
We're working with it.
How many podcasts are in the Matrix? Not many.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's just us.
Yeah.
So I guess that's cool. But ladies and gentlemen, it's time for shower thoughts, the segment that racks your brain too much that you're left confused, you're left humbled, you're left all of the above, I suppose.
Wet.
Okay. I mean, I guess technically not wrong because it is blaring hot in the studio. We are sweating, but
It's not that bad.
this is the segment where me and Gio rack our brains and Antoine gets super sus for absolutely no reason. But
Pretty accurate.
last week, Gio, you talked about, I already forgot, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, it was pretty forgettable. No,
What was it? I
I don't remember.
I think it was about like
don't remember what it was.
FIBA,
Oh, right.
Olympics.
Oh, the NBA.
NBA. Forget exactly what it was.
So we
but
talked about FIBA and the NBA. I think it
Yeah.
was, does it make it more competitive maybe?
Yes,
Something like that. It just came
yes.
back to me, just clear.
There it is. There
So
it
if
is.
you do want to go check that out, the link to episode 19 is in the description for both YouTube and Spotify. Go watch, listen, whatever. Go check it out. Today it is my turn. I bring forth a beautiful question. It's a layered question, very in depth, and it allows y'all to be creative. We don't get to do this very often on the show, so we're gonna let y'all use your creative minds. And this is going to be separate answers for each of you. Let's say you were approached by Adam Silver.
Okay.
And you were the lucky winners to have the 2 new expansion franchises in the NBA. You have full creative control. You could do whatever you want. What city are you putting this team in? what would the team name be for this team?
Oh my goodness.
And just give us your full creative thing. Give us like the team colors and who your head coach would be.
I have no idea
And-
what coach would be.
And everything like that. We're gonna get. That's why I asked you yesterday. I was like, "Do you want me to tell you what it is so you could prepare?" But Gio told me no.
Do
so
you both want to agree on Seattle Storm?
Nah.
No, Seattle Supersonics.
No, don't. I'm not allowing
No.
former teams. Be
I
as
wanna-
creative as you
All
want.
right, yeah. You're gonna have to give me a couple seconds here.
Yeah,
'cause-
we'll cut to the time when they have their answers.
Oh man, what can this be? So a city. What should we
Vegas.
start with? Should we start with the city
start
first?
With the city, yeah.
Vegas.
So you want to do Vegas?
Well, no,
I don't want to do Vegas.
It's not together. It's for each of you. You get to choose whichever
Okay.
one you want.
So you're gonna pick Vegas.
I'll pick Vegas.
Okay.
Okay.
That's easy.
So I want to do St. Louis.
St. Louis.
That's a sports
St.
town.
Louis is gonna be my city.
Okay.
That is a
Yeah.
sports town.
Yeah, St. Louis.
St. Louis, Missouri is the place.
All right. So next up, colors.
Team name.
Team name.
Team
you want to go
name.
first for Vegas?
The
Saint-
Spades.
The Vegas. He's just going too easy. He's going base. Pick something different. Pick something different. Pick a different city. Pick any.
You know what? You know what? I'm putting my team in Nashville.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Country. Country Haven.
Country vibes. I
Can't be,
like
it,
that
it can't.
though.
It can't be the Cowboys though.
No. That team would be cursed forever.
God.
What would you name it?
I need a second. This
One.
is tough.
St. Louis.
Can't be the Spurs because that's San Antonio.
Yeah.
Hold on. Give me a sec. I gotta see something.
The Nashville hot chicken.
Yeah, right. Nashville.
Yeah. Look, if you're frustrated, blame Gio. I offered to give you guys the question yesterday so you could prep. But
okay.
Gio said no.
Look,
So
it's okay.
My name has been cleared. My name has been cleared. And after you guys tell me yours, I will tell you my team with everything of that nature.
Oh, why am I on YouTube? What
Oh,
the wrong fucking thing.
stupid. Let's see. We're gonna call them the St. Louis and Clarks.
Oh my God.
That's my team name.
Is awful.
So the St. Louis,
Saint-
the St. Louis Clarks.
The St. Louis and Clarks.
Just and?
And
So the and
Clarks.
Clarks.
And Clarks.
All right.
Because you get it? You get it?
Yeah, Lewis and Clark.
Lewis and Clark, the expedition, they started in like around St. Louis.
So when Westbrook hits a three, they're gonna be like, and Russell Westbrook wins it for the and Clarks.
No, we could just call them the Clarks.
The Clarks.
I actually like that.
The
Hold
St.
on.
Louis Clarks sounds hard.
The St. Louis and
Pause.
Clark. St. Louis Clarks.
The St. Louis Clarks.
But really though, it's the St. Louis and Clarks.
Yes, that's the full name, just like the Knickerbockers.
Yeah.
Rather than the Knicks.
But we call them the Clarks.
Yes, the St. Louis Clarks.
Clarks.
And then when your son asks, Dad, what is the Clarks? It's the
Yeah.
St. Louis and Clarks.
That's good. I like it.
Okay.
St. Louis and Clarks.
Team in St. Louis.
Team colors. Give me a second on that one.
Yeah, you want me to tell you my city?
Yeah, let me hear that
All
one.
right, so I went. I go balls to the wall here. I don't like to go too common. So we're going unique, and we're sending this team out to the islands of Hawaii.
That's a
Okay.
good
Placing
team.
this team in Honolulu.
Ooh. The Honolulu.
I think of a name. Honolulu. Let's go with the Honolulu Waves.
Okay.
Let's go with the Waves. I think it's a cold team name. Team colors. I got to think of this though.
I will be the starting point guard.
I think so. For Nashville,
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a book. I'm gonna take a page out of the tight.
I'm gonna take a book.
I'm going to take a book out of the page.
Yeah.
I was going between like being the opposite of the Nashville Predators, being the Nashville Prey, but that's a little too meh.
That's a little
The
non.
Nashville Prey.
Yeah.
Prey.
That's the worst
Bro
team
wants to
name.
get-
Wait, but
You want to be
Wild.
hunted and attacked and eaten? Like, what? That is funny.
As an all-time.
but I am going to change it. I'm gonna take a book page out of the book from the Titans and call them the Nashville Leviathan
Leviathan.
Yeah, the Nashville Leviathan.
or the
Okay.
Mammoths
Mammoths.
or the Nashville Mammoths.
With or without the S? I think without sounds better.
Mammoths.
The mammoth.
Mammoths.
The mammoth.
What is a Leviathan?
Isn't it like a?
It's like a Titan.
No, it's like a giant. I think it's
like
a giant
fic-
animal.
Isn't it a fictional character?
or we could do the
Yeah.
Nashville Gladiators.
Nah,
Another word. For
Not
doesn't fit the
really.
Nashville vibe.
Doesn't fit the vibe.
Well, I can't do.
I don't think Leviathan does either. To be
I don't think it
honest.
does
Leviathan?
either. Yeah.
How about Mammoth?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's fine because the Predator,
Or
but
the Nashville Immortal.
it just seems lazy because it's
Nah.
the same. It's similar to the Predators.
This is
It's
tough.
hard.
There's nothing. There's
Nashville's
nothing
tough.
country related I could do with Nashville.
Nashville, Antoine's playlist.
Word.
Yeah. For those that don't know, Antoine plays the same 6 country songs.
Whoa,
in his
relax,
playlist.
relax.
You can
All
really
right,
call
let-
Nashville hot chickens, bro.
That's
That
what I
might-
said.
Yeah, that's fine.
That might even be
The
better.
Nashville hot chicken. I'm
Call
fine
them
with
the
that.
Nashville hot
Call it,
chickens.
call it the Nashville Hats or the Nashville Princes. Because the 2 best Nashville hot chicken places in the country are Hattie B's and Prince's. So you can do either or.
I think our colors, if we're the hot chickens, we're definitely red, yellow, and orange.
Oh, absolutely.
I like it.
I think for mine, I'm gonna go with like a cyan, like a lighter blue, but it's like brighter. We're gonna go for like a less offensive neon green and
You need like
and white.
Yeah, like the color of like Tulane, or like
I
the
would say-
Hawaii University.
Think of the blue, like the cyan, like the printer color, like that cyan.
okay.
And think of just a neon green, but it's darker,
Okay.
so it's not as offensively like bright.
Okay.
Okay.
That's kind of what my colors would be.
How about the second team?
For my team,
Yeah.
Your team
the
was the St.
St.
Louis,
Louis and
Clarks.
Clarks. St. Louis and Clarks.
Don't put brown in them, please.
You already know.
Oh god.
So my team colors is gonna be like a sky blue, but like a shade darker than the sky blue.
Okay.
Okay, and then it's gonna be a nice tan brown,
Okay, that's better.
a nice
Better than-
tan
yeah.
brown in between.
Tan.
Okay,
brown.
and then of course, white's gonna be thrown into the jersey somehow, some way.
What would your,
so that'll
what
be
would your
my
city edition look like?
the city editions.
Yeah,
I don't know.
it's tough, man.
It's gonna have like a Lewis and Clark
Would
logo
it have the
on
arch?
there. Okay, yeah.
St.
With the
Louis
arch in there.
with them just like standing underneath.
Yeah, with the arch in there somehow. Yeah, with like a nice sunset or something.
Oh, that's fire. Bro.
Yeah, in between the
What
arch.
What would your second team be?
What do you mean?
No, it's already his team. It was just one team for each of you.
Oh, it's one team for each of us.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I'm fine with the Nashville hot chicken.
Yeah.
The hot chicken is fire.
That is
I am
hilarious.
perfectly fine with
So
that.
is it just?
So wait, you should have like a fire logo on.
Yeah, you're gonna have
Yeah.
a you gotta-
like a chicken running that's
No,
on fire.
It's gonna be a giant cock.
Okay. Yo, we
be
gotta
a
get
giant-
out of
Why
the
is it
shower.
always him, bro? It's always
It's gonna
him.
be a giant cock
We gotta go.
with
Yeah.
flaming wings.
What would the city edition look like? Just a piece of chicken.
No, you're gonna have to have the bird, like the bird feathers ingrained
No.
in the jerseys, like a
That would be,
chicken.
that would be
Yo,
kinda
that's
fire,
funny.
though. That'd
Yo,
be kinda
get me
fire.
the design fucking jersey.
What if it was
bro.
like the chicken skin from Fortnite?
No, I want like the nice like chicken, like the chicken fur, like that, like
Feathers?
like feather, like rustic, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
yellow and orange.
Nah, you gotta have Shaq. You gotta have Shaq trying the hot wings.
Remember, it's
And
a
his
city,
face, like,
remember, It's
crying.
a city edition, so it's not about the logo. It's about the city of Nashville. So your brain can go
Oh.
wild with this.
You can put like a.
I don't know. Well,
You could-
we can design them.
That would be cool. We could low-key do that.
I need like a hot chicken look. I need like his thing to be on fire.
His thing is crazy.
I forgot what it's called.
His gizzard.
His
You
gizzard,
know
yeah.
who my coach is gonna be? It is the hottest coach in all of basketball. His
Hey,
name.
yo.
You can't choose a current.
Pause, bro.
You have to choose someone that's unemployed.
You just said the hottest coach.
Yeah.
No, like hot name, like a commodity.
Okay.
It's got to be unemployed.
Yeah, no, someone that's not coaching in the league 'cause it's an expansion team. You can't take from them.
Mike D'Antoni's a good name.
Ah, he's washed.
Yeah, a little bit.
Ooh, who do you guys have?
Well, I'm not gonna for my city jersey. I'm not gonna lie. I'm caught in two minds. I don't know where to like kind of go. I don't know if I should go with like the rainbow color theme because Hawaii, see the rainbow. It's like an all black jersey, like all the colors kind of like neon.
Am I gonna be
That'll be
modeling for this
interesting.
jersey?
Yes, you will. The other one I'm thinking is if I go
You too.
full,
Insane takes.
if I go full volcano themed,
Yeah, that would be cool.
With an explosion, like
Yeah, or
with
just-
all the ash.
or just like a bunch of like red, different shades, stuff like
That
that.
would
Why
That'd
don't
be
you-
cool.
Yo, you got a
Wait.
good idea over here,
Yeah.
to
bro.
be honest with you,
I just want a data prep.
the Hawaiian basketball team, they should be the Warriors.
They are
That's-
the Warriors for the college.
Exactly.
So it's the
Yeah.
their men's teams are the Rainbow Warriors and their female teams are the women's teams are the Rainbow Wahine.
They're called the Rainbow Warriors.
Yeah.
Because they can't keep the Warriors name, unfortunately.
Yeah, they could not. The Warriors.
Why did we go to
it-
the University of Hawaii? That'd been so much fun.
Cause
flights are quite expensive.
That would have been so much fun.
But who would your coach be, Gio?
Kenny A. No, I'm just like
I have no fucking idea. Who's unemployed?
who is not?
Adrian Griffin?
I wish Udoka. not.
true.
Darvin Ham? No.
Darvin Ham is technically not an employed head coach, so that counts.
Darvin Ham.
An assistant coach does count.
I gotta
Or
think of
Johnny
that.
Bryant from
Just
the Knicks.
just don't choose Jock Vaughn. Just do not choose that.
I want Jock Vaughn.
Okay.
No, I'm going to do Johnny Bryant.
Johnny Bryant.
He was the
okay.
assistant that went to...
He's with the Cleveland now, right?
Yeah, he left the Knicks,
Yeah.
unfortunately. But he's a really good head coach.
I
coming
have
up.
I have my clear cut option,
Jordy.
but I want Gio to name his first because if he takes mine,
Russell Westbrook?
I'm gonna be so pissed.
Could you imagine?
Russell Westbrook?
Yo, that should have been your team name, Antoine. The Guangdong Westbrooks,
Bruh. Bruh.
the
Nah.
China Russes,
The China Reds.
the China Zeros.
The Wonton Westbrook.
All right, I'm gone. I'm leaving.
They're the WWs.
No, the
Westbrook
Wonton
Wonton.
Westbrooks is kind of funny.
The Wonton Westsbrooks. It's
I'm not gonna lie,
It's
that's
perfect
kinda-
alliteration.
That's
That was beautiful.
Or the
bro.
washed Westbrooks.
bro.
No, you went too far there.
All right, who's your coach? Come on.
Who's your coach?
Oh man,
Who do you want?
I
Yourself?
don't know, bro. Yeah, I'll
There's so
coach
many
the
coaches.
team.
You don't like Mark Jackson
Yeah,
or Steve Nash,
Richard Jefferson. I'll take Richard Jefferson.
Richard Jefferson. I'm trying to think of other like good.
I'll
coaches.
take Matt Barnes.
No, bro.
Oh,
Jason
what about,
Richardson.
What about the college coaches?
I'll take Greg Herenda.
Who?
What about like Mike Krzyzewski or Roy Williams?
Are they still coaching?
No,
You want to take Greg Herenda or Tobin Anderson?
I'm not taking either of them.
Tobin Anderson's a good shout.
I'm taking
Rick
the most
Pitino.
underrated coach in the world right now,
Who?
Becky Hammon.
Ah. We love Becky.
She's still with the San Antonio?
no,
She's with the Las Vegas
she's the-
Aces
she's
right
the
now.
Aces head
Oh,
coach.
okay, okay.
Yeah, they're
So then-
they're too OP. I'm taking her from there, and we're starting our own.
Yeah, I
OP
was gonna
team
say
in
if
the
I
she's
NBA.
love
coaching,
Becky.
how
Becky's going to get a head coaching job soon.
Oh, absolutely.
In the
She
NBA.
better.
she's good. She's good.
She's very good.
I'm fine with her taking over for Tibbs once he retires.
Wow.
That's
Okay.
perfect.
That'll be
That's
cool.
a perfect replacement.
That would actually be a Knicks upgrade.
That's a perfect replacement.
Yeah,
rare
like, you
Knicks
never know.
upgrade, yeah.
Could be.
No, you know what the Knicks are going to hire? They're going to hire Mitchell Robinson after he
Oh,
can't
God.
walk.
No.
Yo, Mitch was cooking. I don't know.
Mitch is going to cook this year.
Oh,
We're
this
getting
is the-
off topic
This is
now.
the first time he's actually given the
Mitch
man
is gonna
praise.
cook
He's
after
so-
that video.
He's so hypocritical.
What is our final team name? So let's conclude.
All right, so go one at a time.
I'm
You
the
go first.
Nashville Hot Chickens with red, yellow, and orange. I was going to say red, yellow, and blue. Red, yellow, and orange. We got a giant cock on us.
Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry. No, we're gonna have our arena's gonna be the chicken cage.
The chicken cage.
The chicken.
Yo, I
cage.
like
Fire.
that.
Our
No.
name is the chicken cage.
No, the
Or-
coop. The
what-
coop.
What about
chicken coop.
What
Call it
about
the coop.
What
The
about,
coop.
What about the deep fryer?
Oh yikes.
No, the coop.
Yikes.
the coop. You gotta come go into
The
the coop.
coop. The coop.
And we're gonna have a giant cock as our mascot.
Okay.
Okay.
Any other-
Literally,
Who's your franchise player?
Jalen Brunson. No, Palaban Carroll.
Okay.
Well, you can just choose any player.
I would if I'm taking a. Well, they have to save their Cooper flag
Yeah.
eventually, but they have to save their
A
player.
realistic option, like a semi-realistic.
who they would
option.
save.
Yeah, who would be your
Who
franchise
would
player?
say? Who would they? Say?
Oh, I know who my franchise player.
Russell Westbrook.
I low key. I feel like the Magic wouldn't protect Jonathan Isaac,
Okay.
Ooh,
and
I like that.
I would
fair.
take him in a heartbeat.
All
All
right.
John.
All right. So mine is the Honolulu Waves. We're blue. We're light blue, like a bright green and white. We're gonna play in the Aloha Arena.
AA.
That's cold. The Aloha, or if we decide to sell out, we can maybe be like the Hawaiian Airlines Center or something like that.
Oh the God.
Or like
Yeah.
the
only-
Hawaiian
the only
Breeze
air-
or the Cool Breeze
yeah,
Arena
or
something.
the Giovanni Squatteri Dome.
I like that one.
Yeah,
The
G-
dome.
Yeah, because the Waves.
Yeah. Oh.
He's the mascot.
Yo, I just cooked, bro. I'm sorry, I just cooked.
So
Gio's my mascot.
The Honolulu Waves, bro.
who is the franchise player?
The franchise. Well, my coach is Becky Hammond.
Yeah.
The franchise player. That's a tough one. I'm not gonna lie.
Someone that no team would save.
No team would save. That's
Cam
a tough
Thomas.
One. No, the Nets are easily going to protect him. Who would not be protected as far as the NBA?
Darius
goes?
Garland.
Ew. No. would rather.
I don't think
rather
Joel
not.
Embiid would be protected.
Are you
Bruh.
serious?
If he's old.
You might be. Are you? Have you been drinking today?
No,
Bradley Beal.
Ew.
No.
Still ew. It's tough. It's a
I
tough
think
choice.
Miles McBride is a good shout.
Nah, I'm gonna. You know what? I was gonna low key. I just can't see them protecting him because of the amount of protections. I'm gonna go with Andrew Nemhard.
Okay. I mean,
Why not? I think they would protect him.
I
But
think they're
franchise
protecting him,
guy.
too.
I don't know. It's tough.
okay.
I think they'd protect
They have
McConnell
depth,
before
so-
him.
No.
no way.
McConnell's older.
But he's affordable.
Yeah, Nemhard's money.
Yeah.
What's your team name?
I got the St. Louis and Clarks, and we are going on that expedition. Yeah.
To
The finals.
in your
Yeah.
poop brown uniform.
No. We're going on that expedition. We're searching for that finals ring. Okay, and
Yeah.
we're gonna find it. Our team colors are sky blue, a little darker than sky blue, and tan and mixture of tan and brown with white.
Poop brown.
And what was the other one?
Head coach.
Head
Head
coach,
coach.
arena name.
Oh, we need an arena name.
Yeah, we did.
The
Okay, what should I call it?
expedition.
Nah,
The
I need something else.
What were they most known for again?
Lewis and Clark,
Yeah.
expanding out west.
So just
Pioneers.
pioneers.
We can call them. We can
Pi-
call it the
The Pioneer.
Dome.
The Pioneer. Oh my God. what's it?
Pioneer
Yo,
Place.
I got a
Pioneer
good,
Place.
I got
There
a
you
good
go.
sellout for you. They went west. How about the Western Union Arena?
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
They got brown in their logo.
We'll take it.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Who's your coach?
Coach, what was it again? Who did I have? Oh yeah, Mark. Was it? No, it was
Mark
Richard
Jack-
Jefferson.
Oh, Richard
Richard
Jefferson.
Richard
yeah.
Jefferson.
Who's your franchise player?
Franchise player. Ooh, I got a good one for you.
Bro,
Yourself.
this team. If he says who I think he's saying, this
Nah,
team
it's
is
not
about
gonna
to
be Russ.
be generationally bad.
Don't worry, it's not gonna be Russ.
Yeah, 'cause
And
he's
by
the-
the way, that would be an outstanding team
What Russ
if
with
Russ was our franchise player.
Russ in China?
Okay,
The
my
wonton
franchise
Russ-
player is not in the NBA right now.
Cooper. Oh, AJ DeBansta.
No. Dylan Harper,
Ah, bro. Any
big
team,
sleeper.
any team he goes to is gonna protect him though.
But look, he's going to our team.
Okay,
We're drafting him.
very fair.
Okay, and I'm telling you, Dylan Harper is gonna be an outstanding player, maybe even better than Cooper Flagg. Hot take of the day: Dylan Harper is gonna be better than Cooper Flagg.
We'll see. I'll agree depending on where Cooper Flag winds up.
Okay.
Because if he doesn't wind up in Brooklyn, then I absolutely agree with you.
I think it doesn't matter where Dylan Harper goes; he's gonna be better than Coop.
I don't know.
Does that conclude our shower thoughts?
I think so. Is there any other information or details that we want to offer for our teams?
No.
No.
I think that's kind of it. I think as far as you said, your logo would be a chicken. Yours would be Lewis and Clark.
Yeah.
Mine would just be just a gargantuan wave the size of Simbalar.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Comment below who's your favorite team.
Yes.
Favorite team name, favorite jersey, whatever it is, arena name.
Did you pre-order?
Give us your expansion teams.
Did
too.
you pre-order 2K25?
I don't play 2K.
Oh, I was gonna say if we had 2K, we could low-key make them.
We could.
Oh, that'd be cool.
That'd be sick.
Maybe I'll get it on a discount, but I did not pre.
We could just get 2K24 for like 10
Oh yeah,
bucks.
exactly.
We could just do that.
Yeah. Fair enough.
So
All right.
not bad. Well, that concludes the shower thoughts. Any final bits of information from the lads?
No, sir.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, with that brings us to the end of episode 20 of the Floor Spacer podcast. Lads, how are we feeling after 20 episodes of
Feeling
this?
Feeling good.
Feeling grape? Just
You're
like
not-
the audio kind of.
We're not gonna let that discourage us. Are you kidding me?
Never.
We pushing through.
Bro,
That's what we do.
I've been deep in the trenches this week. My editor's been crashing. I've been shadow banned on Twitch. I mean, not Twitch. On shadow banned on Twitter.
TikTok.
None of my pod tweets all their tweets are getting hidden.
Damn.
So even like when I usually post the pod episode, something loading, it usually gets like 1,000 views. It got 50.
Yeah.
So Elon's got me. Elon doesn't want us succeeding. So, but it is what it is. But ladies and gentlemen, we've come to that point in the video. G.O. Vani, or as James called you Vani yesterday.
Did he?
Yeah.
I did not hear that.
That was when you were walking up. He's like, oh, I see a wild Vani.
Did he actually?
Yeah. So, Mr. Von Miller.
Von Miller's.
What are you going to comment? Or what are the people going to comment if they're still with the flow of the video?
Man. I need help, guys.
Let's go
Chicken
with
coop.
Wonton.
No.
Wonton.
All right, you know what? Why not? Comment down
How do
wonton.
you spell that? It's Wonton.
Yeah.
There you go.
Wonton.
Comment Wonton down below.
Exactly.
And yeah, we'll know who the real ones are from that. But as for next week, should we let them know what's happening next week, or should we reveal it?
No.
Should we reveal what's happening afterwards? Should we let them know what's going on?
Yeah,
Okay.
afterwards.
So we're gonna do one more video next week. I'll give you a hint. We are gonna be ranking something, but I'm not gonna tell you what. And then afterwards, we're going to start a mini series of our preseason power rankings. We're going to do 6 episodes of 5 teams that we're going to just go totally in depth on. We'll probably have long debates about that can extend up to 20, 30 minutes. And we're going to make a concurrent list. So the 3 of us will have our lists. We'll compare and we'll average them out to one big super TFS list of our preseason power rankings. And that will kind of be that. And I'm thinking this year we'll kind of just keep it as us. Next year I want to try and get guests on for it, for each team maybe. And that would be kind of cool.
Super fire.
So we'll do that, and then obviously the whatever episode is the start of the season, I think I'll go up like a day or 2 after opening night, will be our full predictions for our 24-25 season, and we're going to include a brand new segment for that specific episode that maybe we'll do later on when the time comes. That it could be a reoccurring thing. I'll explain it to you guys after recording. I think we talked about it a few weeks ago, but I think we probably forgot. But yeah, that should be interesting because that episode we're going to do the full thing, all the awards, all the the standings, everything like that. As far as today's episode goes, we hope you do enjoy. We hope you did enjoy, actually. And if you did, be sure to drop a like, subscribe to the channel. We're on the road to 3K. If you're on Spotify, be sure to give us a 5-star rating, answer the poll, follow us, all that good stuff. Follow us on our socials at FloorSpacerPod on the usuals. We're back on TikTok again this week. Yeah, we've been hit with a bunch of shadow bans in the past month. It's been rough, but it happens. And follow our personal ones. Follow Gio on Twitter. Get him to 1 mil, please. We beg. And yeah, is there anything else you guys want to say? Any interesting bits before we head out of here?
We're good.
All right.
We are straight.
All right, well, we hope you all enjoyed. Thank you all for watching. We love you all endlessly. Gio's waves are actually not as big as Antoine's nose, and we will see you all next week in episode 21. Peace.
Wild, bro.